some pointless rerun. Bitter tears fall down, 'cause this is not what I'd planned. I stare at all the books on the shelf, on how to help or better myself. A lot of good they've done, another one's gone to hell. well alright.
Well, all right.
Dig, 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 well alright.
Well, all right.
Chop, 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 well alright.
Well, all right.
Hi, 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 well alright, well alright, well alright, well alright. The music's talking to you, you know tonight's the night.
The devil and the deep blue sea. We're gonna party the anybody loving. We're gonna get out the honey, baby, honey. What a do, what a do, be the devil and the deep blue sea. I don't want you, but I hate to lose you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. We're gonna party the anybody loving. We're gonna get out the honey, baby, honey. What a do, what a do, be the devil and the deep blue sea. The devil and the deep blue sea.
I'm going, I don't know where we're going. Yes, we're going, the only thing I know is going.
Between the devil and the deep blue sea, I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at my door, fate seems to give my heart a twist, and I come running back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. The devil and the deep blue sea.
I don't know where we're going. Yes, we're going. The only thing I know is going. Oh, tonight's the night. Oh, tonight's the night.
I forgive you, 'cause I can't forget you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at my door, fate seems to give my heart a twist, and I come running back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. The devil and the deep blue sea. We're gonna party the anybody loving. We're gonna get out the honey, baby, honey. What a do, what a do, be the devil and the deep blue sea. What did it do, the honey ball, but I did it, what a la 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 la. We don't let it do, let it do it all, but it all, it all, it all, but it. We did it, but it did not do. It got up, but it let it do, but I do. The devil and the deep blue sea. I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, nothing to get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Oh, now I'm not gonna get home. I'm not gonna get home.
Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday, the 5th of July. I hope everyone is doing well. You know, it was going to be a cider night tonight, but I don't know, I just felt like popping the Prosecco open. Can't possibly think why. But thank you for joining us if you've been able to tear yourselves away from the political machinations of Westminster. Now to our Deputy Political Editor, Jack Wilfred, for an update on the situation at Downing Street. Jack, what's going on? No, I'm kidding. But I dare say Jack will be bringing us updates through the night. I have got Twitter open on one of the monitors that I will... Royal Flush of Beer, don't know about all that. I'd be a terrible PM. Oh, pipe down, Samster. And yeah, you know what? You made me press... It's an appropriate one. Home to the Minister for Prosecco. Yeah, fair point, Topper. Fair point. Although yeah... Busy night tonight. Yes, there's lots going on. Anyway, good evening and welcome. It is time for The Abyss. Very well done to Daru on winning Word Chain Royale there. Thought I'd drop that in for old time's sake. Yeah, Bim Afalami, Bim Afalami has gone. Jonathan Gullis is probably the biggest thing. The Neanderthal MP for Stoke North. Is it Stoke North? One of them. Anyway, he's resigned as Principal Private Secretary to the Northern Ireland Secretary, I think he is. Yeah, so that's quite big. Yeah, so let me open the lobby. Sorry, I'll talk politics in a minute and say hello to you. What are we playing? The Abyss. Where's the button? There it is. Right, come play. Yeah, FSGQ. So it's all cracking off in Westminster. It's all very exciting. So I came back up from dinner and Javid and Sunak had both resigned. I was like, oh, okay, that's a thing. was Ash tipping me off to it, and I'm like, oh, I was going to do another hour's work, and I think I wrote like two statements, two link statements on Bridge Game, which might be coming Thursday. Is probably more likely Saturday for a preview game of that. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Ross Kemp covered today's affairs, yeah, very much. Anyway, here we go. Good evening, Samster. A run to Daru, Colo, Panda, Topper, AB Me. Hello to BC and Odd Garrett, Anonyman and Riff. Dogfish, Lewis, Puzzle Dan, Warlegs. That's a name I've not seen for a while. Welcome to you. Hope you're keeping well. Tao and Jack, Oni and David, Flu, Fernando, Natter, Itzotley, Ryan, Derek, Jers, Score Count, Curse Toucan, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for what promises to be a super fun game night tonight. We are starting with The Abyss, as written by Itzotley. All 5 packs have come from Itzotley. It's very on. What's the word? On piste for Itzotley. Is on piste the expression I'm after? On brand, I think, is what I'm looking for. It's very on brand for Itzotley, for reasons that will become very clear. But it's a lovely, lovely set of packs, all very varying degrees of accessibility throughout, but generally very fair. And I think I'll have a good time with it. Brand new Halo, welcome on into the stream. Do come and join the game. Oh, you're already in. Fantastic. That's right. Maybe something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, hello. There's a dog outside. Coming up a little later on this evening, we've got the penultimate face-off heat between Samster, Derek, Itzotley and Anonyman. That is going to be very, very interesting to watch. I've got a lot of information lined up to tell you about that, and it is going to... things are going to start getting very interesting with only 2 heats to go, and the tournament and the season, for that matter, coming to a close in the next couple of weeks. It's all going to be very, very interesting. And then finally, to round the night off, we've got some risky business as written by Lupine. Very many thanks to Lupine and to Oni, who proved this pack should be a lot of fun after the darkness of the Abyss and the intensity of Face Off. A bit of risky business to wrap up proceedings this evening. It should be good fun. Hope to be done by about 10:30. We'll see how we get on with various things. Quizzle, welcome to the stream. I'll give you another minute or so to come and join this lobby, and then we will lock it up. Fraser, hello my dude, hope you're keeping well. Welcome on in, good to see you. As ever, anyone who is not in the Discord yet, do come and join us, come and hang out with us right there. You're always very, very welcome, where you can get most of the latest information and updates. While I've got it on my mind, I plugged it out formally to the question writers in yesterday, I think, and almost all of the packs for next season have been claimed already. You'll be delighted to hear. There are fewer packs next season, granted, but I think there's 60 that require authors, and I've got gaps in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 60 packs for season 8, and I've got gaps in 16, 6 of them. But of those 16, I think about 9 of them are warm-up games. I'd need to. Oh, and Fraser's claiming. Okay, Fraser's claiming one right now, claiming a money box right there. So yeah, packs are running out. Let me just go check the pins and see that. See where I'm up to with it. So that last money box has just gone. Yeah, so 7 warm-ups. There's still a millionaire. I think Mark has claimed the Abyss. Fraser's just claimed the last money box. There's an escape artist, a purge, a pyramid, a risky business, a millionaire, 3 hackers, and 4 plinkos. And Lewis has just claimed one of the hackers and the risky business. So yeah, if you do fancy writing some questions, even if you've not done it before, grab them now, because they are going very fast. I reckon by the end of the stream we'll probably have about 10, maybe even fewer than that left, and that is going to be all of the packs for Season 8. It's going to be a shorter, well, not shorter season in terms of length, but the individual stream lengths are going to be a bit shorter, but I will say more about that in due course. They're flying off the shelves now. Quite a few people have just jumped into the question writing section. If you want to get yourself the question writer role from the Discord, just go to bot commands, assign it to yourself the role, and then the remaining packs are pinned in the question writing channel, which you only get when you get that role. So that's all coming up though to look forward to next season. Missoff, MISOF, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Did that put you into the game? FSGQ. I think you need to whisper to the bot all the way through on this one. So if you find Persephone's Twitch bot, she's right there. Click her and then press whisper, and if you whisper that code to her, it should bring you into... Oh no, I see you. You are in already. Ignore me. Ignore me completely. But moving forward, to answer the questions, you will need to whisper to the bot. Welcome to the game. Great to have you with us. Hope you're well. Yes, I see you in. I see you in there. Good. Yes, debut question right for Tadaru next season. Is it Hive? Have you written Hive? I've got the list in front of me. Have a look. Yes, you've written a Hive pack, and that one's actually already in. Came in last season. So very much looking forward to season 8. I will tell you more about it in due course. Last 10 seconds if you want to come and join this game of the Abyss, as written by Liam. Rules will be explained, but as ever, you need to make sure you whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. And another... I think Bridge Game might be fully accounted for, Alex, at this stage. Yeah, it looks like they're all gone, though I think at least 2 of them might be me, so I could give one of them up to you, but I'll certainly be around the pilot, and I think I've earmarked one of the heats to do as well, but yeah, burned. The Bridger has indeed been burned. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the opposite of... and experience some as we play the Abyss. Here's the rules. Players will attempt to answer up to 40 questions by whispering the answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Make sure you do that. Nothing in public chat. It won't be processed and will be deleted by a moderator. Use crossword clues to assist you because spelling will matter. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena with players who have performed better, given a higher chance. If players in the Fool's Day Abyss, instead of falling down, you float upwards infinitely. That would be good. I think I'd just reverse the gravity to do that, or probably just flip the camera around or something. Easily done, I think. If players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game. A player from the wings will be selected to replace them with players who performed better on the previous 5 questions, given a higher chance. Arena players earn an extra life up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. Mr. Shapes, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you are well. Seat 3... you're on court 1. Very nice. I hope you've enjoyed the tennis. Hope you have had a good time. I haven't seen anything today. It ended up being a busier day than I thought. My latest Only Connect pack is available to play right now, though. Incidentally, that was what I was spent about an hour of this morning writing. If you are into Only Connect, maybe wait till after the game of the Abyss is done, if you are in the Abyss. But you head over there and you'll be able to play Only Connect every couple of days or so. It means go on. It's like, go on, Panda, go on. I thought I also meant go on rather than good one, as in, go on. You got this, Panda, go on. That sort of like saying go on. Maybe. I might be wrong. Go on, Tim. Come on, Tim! Yeah, I say that every year at Wimbledon. Right, those are the rules. Once I press the button, the game will begin. It cannot be stopped until we come to doing the final bit. In which case there will be a pause. Go on, Boris. Wait, what? Hope you're ready to play. Very best of luck. Again, make sure you're whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot, and thank you once again to Liam, who has provided these 5 packs. You'll see the 5 categories on the first question. Thereafter, questions will cycle in blocks of 5. There won't be a repeated category within any set of 5 questions. Good luck. Let's play. So, as I said, it is on brand for Itzotli. The first category is Famous Liams. Founder and keyboard player for legendary EDM group The Prodigy. 7 letters. Start with an easy one, RNG. It's Howlett. Liam Howlett. Just Fernando and Oni getting that one there. Tricky one to start with, don't worry. 39 more questions to go. Let's play on question 2. A litter of answers, 2 words are required. Scouse musical featuring the song Marilyn Monroe. 5 and 8. Blood Brothers. Tell me it's not true. That's the one. Wonder if you got that? No, 1 or 2 for 2. Let's go on. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old is the next category. Writer of Much Ado About Nothing. 7, 11 or 11. Remember, spelling does count in this game. William Shakespeare is the answer we want today. It's William Shakespeare. Much Ado About Nothing. Two more questions before we bring some players in. The fourth category is Yorkshire. A vegetable that thrives in awful temperatures has a triangle between Wakefield, Morley and Rothwell named after it. 7 letters. It's rhubarb, as in and custard. Rhubarb crumble. Love it. But yeah, it's a weird plant. So much regret joining this. Final category is Name of the Band. Jade Thirlwall, Perry Edwards, Leanne Pinnock, 6 and 3. It's Little Mix. Little Mix is the answer we wanted there. So, after 5 questions, let's bring some players into the Abyss Arena. With a score of 4, Quizzle joins the centre. Also with a score of 4 is Now Cut That Out coming in. Tricky ones to start with, yeah, Jack, they were a bit tricky. Colo joining us with the 3. BC's coming in with the 2. Our Deputy Political Ed, Jack Wilfred, joining us with 2 as well. Topper's coming in with a 3-pointer. Lupine's in with 3. 2 more spots available. Anonyman also here with 3. And finally, Arun Aromatics with 4. All 3 of our 4-pointers are into the Abyss Arena. Very well played. Keep answering in the wings because you could get another chance to get back in. Famous Liams is next. Conservative MP for North Somerset at the time of writing. And shares his surname with an American TV news channel. Dr. Liam Fox is the name. Everyone in the Abyss Arena getting that one right. Staying on the top flight. Well played. Name the band. Kurt Cobain, Dave Grohl, Krist Novoselic. 7 letters. Nirvana is what we wanted. BC and Topper losing a life there. Nice bit of symmetry going on here. I like to see that. Moving on. Alliterative answers, 2 words required. Diminutive actor who can off an egg in this trying time. 5 and 6. It would be Danny DeVito. Topper and Colo both losing a life on that one. Fine. Moving on. Oh, he's smarter than a 12-year-old. Stop-motion animator responsible for Jason and the Argonauts. 1963. 311 or just 11 will be fine for just the surname. Ray Harryhausen is what we wanted. And Topper, I'm afraid, just dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. It's going to be replaced by Jers. Welcome on in, Jers. The more questions you answer in the previous 5, the more chance you have of getting into the Abyss Arena. Jers joining us here on 3. Category is Yorkshire, the main ingredient in a Pontefract cake. 9 or 8, depending which part of the world you're from. That would be licorice, where we get the all sorts from. BC, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Puzzle Dan, welcome on in with a score of 4. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Cycling on to the next 5. Another one on Yorkshire, home of the Jorvik Viking Museum, county town of Yorkshire, with 4 letters. Answer was in the name. It is York, as in the Grand Old Duke of. Puzzle Dan losing a life on that one. Let's go on. You have a point, Fraser! Poggity fuck. Famous Liam's vampire born Liam in 1727 in Galway, Ireland, but knew Buffy Summers under this name. 5 or 7. At Angel or Angelus would also have been accepted. Jack Wilfred, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. Kirst Tukun, welcome on in with a score of 6. Game continues. Keep answering, you could get back in, Jack. Alliterative answers, 2 words are required. Uncle of Huey, Dewey, and Louis. 6 and 4. That would be Donald Duck. Puzzle Dan and Kirst Tukun losing a life on that one. Quite a few players, 5 in total, 1 step above falling into the abyss. Do be careful. Name the band. Be Real, Sendog, Eric Bobo, DJ Muggs. 7-4. tricky ones. Remember, there is a gradient along these questions. Cypress Hill is a bit of a bloodbath there. Arun, Anonyman, Jers, and Puzzle Dan, you've dropped into the abyss, but thank you for playing. Colo with 3 right in a row, though, has earned himself an extra life. Sorry, 5 right in a row. Very well played. Back up to the middle flight. 4 players to come in to replace our fallen warriors. Derek on 9, David on 3, and Odd Garrett on 7, and finally, AB Me on 6. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Gameplay continues. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old? Half base multiplied by height gives the area of this shape 8 letters. I thought for half a second there, Toot was going to abstain on the grounds just that it's a maths question. Oh, he's got it wrong anyway. It is a triangle. Toot losing a life. That was 4 right in a row, but I'm afraid you've got a question wrong there, lost a life. Moving on. Yorkshire, forename and surname, please. Notorious bacon sandwich eating MP at the time of writing for Doncaster North. I have to qualify everything with the time of writing because there's crises. Breaking news is trending. What's happened? Ed Miliband. Only one L in Miliband, and it's Ed rather than David, which is why you needed both. Cursed Toucan, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. A miss off. First timer on the stream. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. 3 lives. Let's go on. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old in a circuit diagram, component drawn as a rectangle? Carrie Johnson announces her resignation as Boris Johnson's wife. Nadine Dorris expected to be announced as replacement in due course. It's a resistor. Everyone in the Abyss Arena getting that one right. Very well played. At time of writing, yeah. Famous Lions, boy band singer who lights up your world like nobody else. 5 letters. That would be Mr. Payne of One Direction fame. Derek Missoff, David, Old Garrett, and AB Me losing a life on that one. Quizzle hoping for one more right to earn himself an extra life, likewise Lupine. And Colo, come to think of it. Alliterative answers, 2 words required. Alter ego of Spider-Man as played by Tom Holland, 5 and 6. Would be Peter Parker, AB Me, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. A few extra lives coming out here. Quizzle, Colo, and Lupine. That's 5 right in a row. Very well played, earning yourself an extra life. Colo and Lupine back up to the top flight. Quizzle back up to the middle. Brand new Halo coming into the Abyss Arena. Welcome to the game on the score of 11. Let's move on. Name the band. Agnetha Falskog, Bjorn Ulvaeus, Benny Andersson, Anna Fridlingstad. 4 letters. Was getting that one. It is ABBA. Rod Garrett, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. 2, that's 5 right in a row, and you're back up to the top flight once again. Very well played. Need a player to replace Garrett, though, and it's Fraser. Welcome on into the Abyss Arena on a score of 3. Let's go on. Famous Liam said, I'm Spartacus in 2012, and later became the Flash's Weather Wizard. 8 letters. Oh, this is a quiet question. Yeah, Noah, Sossig question. It's McIntyre, Liam McIntyre there. Lots of lives being lost. Liam Sossig, quite right. Back onto Yorkshire, forename and surname, again required here. Actor who keeps dying, yet for some reason his name doesn't rhyme. 4 and 4. So the prevailing theory is that Sean Bean dies in everything because it's just the universe course correcting for the fact his name doesn't rhyme when it should. Fraser losing a life there, 1 above the abyss floor. Do be careful. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old? Comment s'appelle la fête nationale du 14 juillet en France? 8 and 3. Is anyone impressed with the fact I knew that 14 is 14? Bastille Day, or what national day is celebrated in France on the 14th of July? Bastille Day. Fraser, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Topper, you're back in for a second chance. Let's go on. Name the band. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Ringo Starr. 3, 7 or 7. Stop stealing my lines, Urim. It is, of course, the Beatles. It's an anti-sausage question. Everyone getting it right. And yes, I do hear they are overrated. For anyone new here, that's that's the meme answer whenever the Beatles come up. Alliterative answers, 2 words required, an illuminating device invented by Edward Craven Walker in the 1960s, 4 and 4. It's a lava lamp is what we wanted there. David and brand new Halo, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. Ryan J. Kurt 92, welcome on into the Abyss Arena. And AB Me joining as well on scores of 5 and 12 respectively. Welcome on in. Moving on. Famous Liam's brother of Thor, but isn't Loki. Brother of Thor, but isn't Loki. That would be Mr. Hemsworth. Brother of Thor actor Chris Hemsworth and Nissoff, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Quizzle, 2, and Derek and Lupine, that's 4 players all earning an extra life for going up a level, very well played. And here's Natter to try his luck in the Abyss Arena on a score of 10, let's play on. Alliterative answers, 2 words required, something obsessively pursued, 5 and 5. Tricky one, it's a white whale. A white whale. Colo, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. To be replaced by Oni. Welcome on into the Abyss Arena. Approaching the 10 questions remaining mark, only on 18 at the moment. Let's go on. Name the band. Roland Orzabal and Kurt Smith, 5, 3, and 5. Something happens and I'm head over heels. Tears for Fears, goodness me. AB Me, Topper, Ryan J. Kirk and Quizzle all dropping into the abyss and out of the game, but thank you for playing. To be replaced by Puzzle Dan on a score of 10. Brand new Halo back in for a second chance on 15. Tao is in on 14. And True Anonymous back in on 22. Let's play on. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old Muslim ruler who recaptured Jerusalem in 1187, sparking the Third Crusade? 7 letters. That would be Saladin. Saladin was the answer. Natter. And Lupine, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Colo, welcome on back to the Abyss Arena, and Fluid Fernando in for the first time, if memory serves. Welcome to the game. Polar bear punching, Everest climbing, Gordon's alive exclaiming actor, 5, 7 or 7. Category is Yorkshire. Is everyone going to be alive at the end of this question? Yes, you are. Derek was the only one poised over. Oh no, Derek and Oni were at that one. Derek and Oni's alive! Brian Blessed was the answer. I can't do a good Brian Blessed impression. Name the band. Billy Joe Armstrong, Trey Cool, Mike Durnt, 5 and 3. Ah, Bod, hello. You punched me once. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. David J. Bodicum, everybody. It's Green Day, and that's what we're having in the Abyss Arena. It's a green all round. Very well done. 2 with another 5 in a row, but already on the top flight. Can't get an extra life on top of that. Let's go on. And Yorkshire again, nickname for Sheffield. Title of the derby between Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday, 5 and 4. Steel City is what we wanted there. Puzzle Dan, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. But Derek's got 5 right in a row, getting himself an extra life. He's back up to the middle flight, nicely done. Puzzle Dan needs to be replaced, and it's replaced with Lupine 1. Ralph, welcome on in. 8 questions remaining. Let's see what we do with this one. Famous Liams again. Our Kid was frontman of Oasis. 9 letters. Spelling counts, so be careful. Yes, Liam Gallagher. Liam Gallagher was the answer. Colo, you're dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Who's going to take up this middle tube? It's AB Me back in again. Very interesting. So we're almost perfectly symmetrical going up and down, but not quite. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old? In music notation, 2 quavers add up to this note. 8 letters. That would be a crotchet. Tao, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Oni and brand new Halo getting themselves an extra life. Very well played. And Quizzle is joining the Abyss Arena. Good time to get in right now with only a handful of questions left. Alliterative answers, 2 words are required. Author of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 3 and 5. That was Ken Casey, or Kesey? I think it's Casey, or Casey. Ken Casey, however you want to pronounce it. Fernando, that's 5 right in a row. Very well played. You're back up to the top flight with just 5 questions left. Let's go on. Last segment before the final. Alliterative answers, 2 words required. The capital of Ethiopia, 5 and 5. That would be Addis Ababa. Very well done if you got that sea of green in the Abyss Arena there. Very nice. Moving on. Famous Liam's non-Irish actor with a very particular set of skills. 6 letters. Why is Jacob Rees-Mogg trending? There's been another resignation, Chris. But for who, Chris Kamara? Neeson was the answer. Liam Neeson. I will find you, and I will kill you. Toot and Derek earning themselves an extra life, pretty much guaranteeing a place in the final. Not quite, there are still 3 questions left, but they're back up on the top flight. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old in programming the data type which represents any combination of characters on a keyboard? It's a string. Dot to string. Oni have dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. A guaranteed final then for Cursed Toucan. Welcome on into the Abyss Arena. Fluid, Fernando and Toot also guaranteed into the final at this point. On to Yorkshire. Bram Stoker was inspired to write Dracula after visiting the Gothic ruined abbey of this seaside town. Is he real, Jacob Rees-Mogg? I feel like he's not. Whitby is what we wanted there. AB Me have dropped into the Abyss and you're out the game, but thanks for playing. Oh, Oni, you're back in. Out one and back in the next. Very nicely done there. That's how RNG goes. Name the band is the last question before the final. Caleb Followill, Nathan Followill, Jared Followill, Matthew Followill. Is anyone really real? Really, Sabs? Oh, bad luck, mate. It's the Kings of Leon. Brand new Haley have dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thanks for playing. Samson, could now be your time. Anonymous getting an extra life, a bit academic, but from the 5 in a row, we do need someone to replace. It's AB Me back in for the 3rd time. That's the way the game goes. So after 40 questions, it is time for the final. We'll restore your lives back up to the top. There we go. And yes, Samsa, it is justice for Samsa. 3 of the last 4 not been. It is one of those things. It's a slightly different metric to how things often work. It's all based on the previous 5 questions and based on RNG. Think of them as lottery tickets. If you've got one of the last 5, you have a lottery ticket and a chance of getting in. Just the way they go. Hey, you're playing face-off in a minute, Samson, so you'll definitely get an opportunity. Plus, you got a nice score out in the wings. There's a chance of picking up a medal. Run out of Liam, so this won't go. Run out of Matt who did. Yeah, it's about that. Only dropped into the Abyss and then got back in sort of 2 questions later. It's just how it goes. If you got those 2 questions right in the interim, then absolutely. But when you drop into the Abyss, your previous 5 reset. So the chances of you dropping out and then straight back in are pretty low. Was it the next question? All you need, chip and a chair, as they say. But yes, when you drop into the Abyss, it does reset you to 0, even if you've got the previous sort of 3 right and then 1 wrong and into the Abyss and then the next one right. As soon as you go into the Abyss, your previous 5 is reset to 0. So you've got to start rebuilding from scratch to avoid the sort of thing we saw with Oni going out and back in. But RNG moves in mysterious ways sometimes, and that's the way it goes. I can only apologise, but hopefully you've enjoyed the questions all the same. It is time for the final, and our finalists are Lupine, Toot, Cursed Toucan, Derek, Oni, AB Me, Fernando, Quizzle, and Anonyman. Very well done. A nice wide variety of scores. Let's explain the rules for the final. So the 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Up to 10 questions will be displayed. Whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot as before. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to have a quick yawn. That's some oxygen. If arena players drop into the abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. So if you're not in the arena at the moment, then unfortunately you can't get back in at this stage, but you can still fight for points in the wings, potentially medals, and of course pennies that go with them as well. The winner is the last player standing. If after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score will be the winner. So, more of the same, except the questions are just that little bit harder. Same categories, except they are all fully shuffled and randomised. Good luck to you all. And here we go. Famous Liam's current interim manager of Derby County. Rosenior. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. Fernando and Quizzle getting that one right. Everyone else losing a life in the Abyss Arena. Let's go on. Name the band. Linville Golding, Horace Panther, Terry Hall, Roddy Radiation, Neville Staple, Jerry Dammers, John Bradbury. 3, 8 or 8. Tricky one. That's The Specials. The Specials right there. Again, only 2 people getting it right. Toot and Derek. 2 now the most lives in the Abyss Arena. Are you smarter than a 12-year-old? Translated as 3 baskets, the Buddhist name for scriptures. 8 letters. It's the Tippy Taka. Wow, another sausage question. And I'm afraid AB, me, Anonyman, Lupine, Oni, and Curse Tukin, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. 4 players remain, all on 1 life. Alliterative answers, 2 words required. London and Las Vegas restaurants that fuse Japanese and Brazilian cuisine. 5 and 5. Derek and Quizzle are in. Toot's in. Sushi Samba is the right answer, and Toot the only one to get it, which means we have our winner. And just like that, 4 questions into the final, and now Cut That Out has survived the Abyss. Very well played indeed. Have a honk. There you go. Yeah. Well played. 38 out of 44 questions I think we were asked there, only dropping 6, so that's a very good performance there, and you will get that added to the leaderboard as an Abyss survivor. Well done. Also taking the gold medal as the highest score in the wings. Quizzle picking up the silver with 34, and Derek and Anonyman tying for the bronze on 33. Good work, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the pack, and thank you very much indeed to Liam, aka It's Sotley, for that very on-brand pack. Something from Yorkshire, something about Liam's, something about teaching. I think you probably saw it coming, but lovely pack all round. Thank you very much indeed, Liam, for your efforts on those. I think that's the last Abyss game this season. So the Abyss will be returning in Season 8, never fear. So if you want even more Abyss action, the Abyss is next scheduled to be played on... Oh, it's a little while, actually. It is coming up in Season 8, but not until September. So the Abyss is taking a little bit of a break, because of course I've got about sort of 2 or 3 weeks off before Season 8 actually kicks off anyway. But it will be back in September. Hope you've enjoyed the experience tonight. Now, speaking of experiences tonight, we are going to... From one arena, the Abyss Arena, to the Face-Off Arena coming up in just a moment, where we have got the penultimate heat, heat number 19 of 20. It's the 3rd heat of day 5, and lots of things likely to be decided in this next heat. It's going to be very, very exciting to watch. And so go grab your popcorn, get yourself another drink. I'm going to do exactly that. Hey, but not before I've sneezed. Anyway, that's better. Better now than later, I suppose. And then we'll be back a bit later on with some risky business to wrap the night up. So, thank you all very much for playing the Abyss. Very well done to Toot. You have survived the Abyss. Thank you again to Liam as well for providing the question packs. Don't go away, because after this very short break, we will be back with Face Off. We'll see you then. And don't go away, because after this very short break, and grab your pennies now while they're hot, after this very short break we will be back with Face Off, the penultimate heat of the tournament. Not going to be one you want to miss, so get your popcorn ready, get yourself another drink, go stretch your legs, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes time with heat number 19. Don't touch that dial, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this Tuesday evening game night, where it is face-off time. We haven't seen face-off for a week. We had a couple of heats out on Saturday and Thursday last week, but we are back with a vengeance, and we are wrapping up the heats this week. This is the penultimate heat, with the final heat to follow on Thursday this week, when all will be determined as we rapidly rattled towards the end. I keep saying it, but we are rapidly coming towards the end of season 7. We've got this week and next week, and then we're done for the season. And I have a bit of a break for the first few weeks of the summer holidays. But I'll say more about that in due course. Before we get going, let's take a quick look at the scores as they stand right now. Now, bear in mind, we are halfway through the heats of the final day. Mark is in the lead with 15. Other Mark is in second with 14, though has got a game in hand. That'll be the one that's being played on Thursday. Derek currently third, though a game in hand again, which is this heat that we're playing right here. Colo, Inca, Anonymon, Samster, Benzi and Liam also with a game in hand. I have got some stats to hand from Panda, and of course Panda will be here every step of the way as both an adjudicator and our resident statistician to give us the exit poll immediately after this heat to tell us what the shape means for the overall tournament. But as I introduce our players, I will give you a bit of a rundown of what the individual players need to get in this heat, if they need anything. And then we'll bring in the Panda at the end for the exit poll come the end of the game. So those are the scores at the moment. 4 players waiting nervously in the wings for their moment in the sun. Let's meet them. We have Samsa, our 24-year-old, no longer trainee chemistry teacher from Staffordshire. We have Derek, our 36-year-old violist from Coventry. We have Liam, our 26-year-old maths teacher from Doncaster. And we have Anonyman, our 28-year-old activist and political campaigner from Hertfordshire. To all 4 of you, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Lovely to have you all with us once again. Samster, to you first of all, how are you keeping?
Yeah, not bad. Back at work this week, so yeah, that's happened.
So we've got at least 2 teachers in this heat, and plus Panda is a statistician and a former teacher, and I'm a former teacher. So this must be the pedagogical heat of the tournament, perhaps.
Yes, yeah. Many hours spent in the classrooms, apparently.
When do you break up, Samster?
2 weeks tomorrow, so not too bad.
So if you just finish you've just finished PGCE,
yeah.
So are you sort of working at your sort of school that you're going into? Oh, you're sort of a transition phase.
So like getting integrated into the environment before
Makes
start
sense.
like properly and after summer. So
I hope they put you on payroll.
yes, it's not going to be as much as I will get paid properly, but
No, of course.
it's
But it's
enough.
good. It'll help to say if you're good at something,
Yeah,
never do it for
exactly.
free.
I would have done it for free. I wouldn't have done it.
No, we need to spend more time together. I need to, yeah. Anyway, but let's not get there. So first of all, Sam, let me preface this by saying this: in the last heat that you 4 played, all players in this heat had 57% plus hit rate on questions, so this is going to be tough competition, and I preface that because that is applying to all of you. For you specifically, Samster, have you done the maths on this?
Rough maths, back of the napkin maths. I think basically I need 2 points or to beat Anonyman. I think I'm pretty much safe there, barring Benzi winning the final game on Thursday, I think.
The notes I have down here from Panda: 2+ points guarantees you into the playoffs. 1 point is enough if Benzi doesn't win, and 2 or more points will also eliminate Arun, who is currently in that sort of grey area between qualified and not qualified. So you want to get down to the last 2 to get yourself guaranteed, otherwise you're going to be on Thursday's good graces, I suppose.
But it also knocks out Arun, which he's been sure to let me know that he's not rooting for me tonight, which is totally understandable.
He's not. Don't blame him. With the greatest of respect. Yeah, that's probably not going to be his wheelhouse this evening. Well, those are the stakes, and it is potentially a spot in the semi-finals up for grabs, which I believe is where you got to in last year's tournament.
Inca kept getting me unstuck, so I'm looking forward to that again this time.
Maybe there'll be a repeat of that. Inca, of course, still to play on day 5, so lots to anticipate. Samson, very best of luck to you tonight.
Cheers. Speak to you in a bit.
And just to clarify, Samster's past heats, he's currently on 6 points, 1, 0, 4 and 1. So 2 third places, a 4th place and a victory is what gives you your 6 points. Facing off against Samster tonight is Derek. Derek, good evening.
Evening.
How's Coventry?
Fine.
still there?
I mean, yes, it's not moved any. I mean,
Good.
It's a little bit sunny. It's not too bad.
The sun's just starting to go down here now, but it is still light outside, which is, I love this time of year because it's sort of just light until 10 o'clock. It's just the best. Now, I've been wondering something for a little while, Derek. Is that a donkey in your profile picture, yeah?
Correct.
Is that at a zoo, or is that sort of on holiday, or is it at a...
That's at a donkey sanctuary.
Donkey sanctuary,
in
okay.
Sidmouth, in Devon.
Oh, it's a nice picture. You become one with the donkey.
It's a nice donkey.
Don't they, with the greatest respect to the donkey, don't they smell a bit?
I mean, they're animals. They've got a bit of an odour to them, but it's fine.
You look very comfortable with the donkey. The donkey's more sort of.
Donkey's tolerating.
Please get off me.
Yeah.
No, but it's I can't believe it's taken me 5 heats and a qualifier to ask you about it. But I've done it now. So, I will probably ask you more about being a violist at some point and what that entails in the future. But we may save that for the next time we chat. Derek, 12 points at the moment, 4, 4, 4, and 0. So a perfect streak up until day 4, when it all sort of fell apart like a flan in a cupboard. Coming fourth, 72.
Didn't go too well.
No, 72.46% hit rate though, second highest of all players, only behind Shapes. So your accuracy is pretty good.
There was just a couple of questions I wasted far too much time thinking about. Really,
I think they are sort of what happened, and it was a very strong opening round in the last heat.
Oh
and
yeah,
it was just enough
did,
to get ahead. Yeah. Now, have you done the maths?
So I believe if I win this heat, I'm guaranteed into the final. But otherwise, I've got a playoff. I think that's correct. I'm not 100% sure.
4 points is what I've got down here. 4 points gets you straight into the final. 2 or more points takes Colo out of the running for finals insta spot. So if you get 2 or more, Colo cannot get a guaranteed final position. So this is just showing the wider web of the implications of this match. It does have implications on other players as well. I think at this stage you are guaranteed a position in the playoffs.
I think that was established. I think
the guarantee spot was 10 points, I think.
I think I was above that last I checked.
Yeah, so you're currently on 12. So I think, as of right now, you are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, which is good. But I don't know, Derek getting 2, he cannot get into the finals instantly because you lose on tiebreak. This just in from Panda. So if you do get 2, you do knock Colo out, but it will become impossible for you to get into the instantly.
I lose tiebreak to both marks.
Because you lose exactly right. I think Mark with a C is actually a point ahead on 15, so you'd end up on 14. You'd tie with Shape, so even if he came last, he'd still be in second. So really, you're looking for a win for a guaranteed final, or if you want to go the long way round, 2 points would knock Colo out of the instant top spot, though Colo also, I believe, guaranteed a place in the playoffs at the moment. That's about the measure of it, Derek. Very best of luck to you this evening.
Thank you.
Facing off against Samson and Derek is Liam. Liam, good evening.
Good evening. You all
Good.
right?
Yeah, good to have you with us. And thank you personally for the Abyss questions that we've just experienced.
Yeah, I think I'm about to experience karma for that.
Who knows? But if you want to think of it that way, then you can do. Have you broken up yet, or have you got another sort of...
No, I think
weeks?
Rick up said it's Sam's week on Tuesday.
I know
2 weeks, 2 weeks tomorrow.
Dylan breaks up a week on Friday, actually, because he's at a free school, so the term... They have longer days, but as a result, they have longer holidays. So they get 3 weeks at Christmas and 7 weeks in the summer, which is.
Right.
When I was teaching there, I really liked that. Now, as on the parent side of things, it's longer with him having to tell him to come on, get out of bed. But it does mean if one wants to go on holiday, it is slightly cheaper to go a week earlier, though we're not doing that this year. Anyway, now Liam, I think you know the score of where we're at the moment.
Yeah, I've done the maths. I'm out.
You are sadly statistically eliminated, but we are grateful for you for coming in and playing this heat all the same to get the numbers nice and even.
I've qualified, and frankly, that is an achievement in itself, given the standard of some players who didn't even qualify. So I'm looking at it as I've done well. Race off 3, who knows?
The stats that I've got here, in your last heat, you were 4.59 seconds per question. That's all questions, whether right or wrong. And that was your fastest of the tournament. So maybe an implication you're finding your rhythm with the game, knowing when to pass and when to go. So 4.59 seconds per question is pretty quick. So I think you said to me... Say it again?
Decent microphone sound now, so
yes, I can actually hear you, which is great. So I think your goal tonight is to cause carnage, I think is what you said to me last time.
Yeah, cause as much case as I can. Arun's asked me nicely if I'll do him a favour, so I'll just try and win and see what happens.
Take a leaf out of the Prime Minister's playbook and just cause chaos.
I'm not that bad.
No, I'm sorry. I retract the bit where I compared you to Boris Johnson. That was wholly unnecessary, and I'm ashamed, and I apologise profusely. And now my cabinet is all going to resign now. Liam, the very best of luck to you tonight. And since the pressure is off in one regard, maybe try and have fun. Have a bit more fun with it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
And facing off against Samson, Derek, and Liam is Anonyman. Anonyman, good evening.
Good evening. Hello, everyone.
How are you doing?
It's fair to say that I'm a bit nervous.
No, just me.
I thought I was out of the running, but then after the last game, apparently I'm back in the running.
Yeah, you're in from a heats point of view, exactly the same as Samster, 1104. Different order to get there, but 1 win, 2/3, and a 4th gives you a total of 6 points. 73% get rate in the last heat, and only 4.2 seconds per question. So maybe a slightly weaker start, but you're shaping up to have a pretty strong finish at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm getting better as the quiz goes on, or if I just used up all my luck in that last game and now I've just not got any left.
We'll have to see. Have you done the maths, Ari, what you need to do?
I have not done a maths, but I looked at the Google Doc where Panda did the maths for me.
How kind of him.
I think it worked out that I need a point.
It does indeed. 1 point gets you into the playoffs. You cannot at this point qualify automatically for the final, but you can get to the playoffs. A single point will get you to the playoffs. So all you need to do is survive the first round, and you are through to the playoffs. If you go out first, maybe not.
It sounds so easy when you put it that way, but it's not. It's really not.
Well, we'll see what happens. High stakes indeed for at least 3 of the 4 players, and 1 here just for the memes. Anonyman, very best of luck to you, and to all 4 of you, good luck in this Day 5 heat.
Thank you.
Hope that you are all ready to watch along at home and cheer on your favourite competitor, or perhaps all the competitors from the wings. I wish you could all win, but unfortunately that's not how this thing works. Good luck. Let's go to the face-off arena. So, we've done this 18 times already. This is the 19th time, but in case you're watching for the first time, each player has got 60 seconds on their clock. They'll face general knowledge questions, and if they get it right, their clock stops and moves on to the next player. If they get it wrong, their clock stays on, and they keep getting questions until they either run out of time or they get one right. As soon as the player runs out of time, they are eliminated from the game. Rinse and repeat with 3 players in 90 seconds, and 2 players and 120 seconds. And the person out first gets no points. Person out second gets 1, the runner-up will get 2, and the winner will get 4 points going into the tournament. You have now all had a chance to start on every colour, and Samter, you've drawn the short straw, so you are going to be on blue for this final heat, which means you're going to be answering questions first. I wish you all the very, very best of luck. And Samster, your time starts now. Samster, HF is a chemical symbol for which element?
Hafnium.
Correct. Derek, Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali starred in which 2019 film?
Green Book.
Correct. Liam, what is the longest river in Ireland?
Liffey.
Shannon. Which actors starred as Rooster Cogburn in the 1969 film
Clint Eastwood.
John Wayne. After World War II, Berlin was divided into sectors occupied by the Soviet Union, the US, Britain, and which other nation?
Pass.
France. The title of the 2002 chat show was Johnny Vaughan what?
Pass.
Tonight. Which area in Los Angeles features in the title of a 1984 film starring Eddie Murphy as the cop Axel
Hollywood.
Foley? Beverly Hills. Who wrote the novel Lolita?
Pass.
Vladimir Nabokov. What is the sex of a gander?
Female.
Male. Which drug first isolated from the back of the cinchona tree is used to treat as quinine? What is the name of the international man of mystery who was played by Mike Myers in a 1997
Austin
film?
Powers.
Correct. Anonyman, immediately prior to becoming Prime Minister in 1990, which job did John Major hold in the cabinet?
Chancellor?
He was Chancellor. Samson, the European Court of Human Rights is located in which French city?
Oh, God. Paris.
It's in Strasbourg. Who wrote the science fiction novel The Restaurant at the End of the Universe?
Douglas Adams.
It was Douglas Adams. Derek, the Great Dividing Range is a mountain range.
Australia.
Correct. Liam, which European country is a region called Andalusia?
Spain.
Correct. Anonyman, in which sport are woods, irons and
Golf.
wedges used? Correct. Samson, which R&B singer had a 2002 hit with What About Us?
Or Kelly, I don't know.
Brandy. What do you get if you subtract the number of days in a week from the number of calendar months in a year?
5.
Correct. Derek, a standard example in game theory is the prison of
Alama.
what? Correct. Liam, Lusaka is a capital city
Pass.
of which is Zambia. Which Welsh city stands at the mouth of the River Tay?
Cardiff.
No, it's
No, it's
Swansea.
Swansea.
Not Tay, Tor. I think I want to say
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Oh, that was rough.
I'm very sorry, Arun. I'm very sorry.
Who said
Jesus.
Who said prisoner's dilemma? Because score count is currently going into palpitations.
I said it.
It was yeah. Sorry, Derek. I think that's why I laughed on that question. Because I just knew score count would do his thing.
Issue.
Yeah. Just a rotten run of questions there for you, Liam. That was.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I missed some easy ones too. I mean, Ganders, come on. It's just-
so the coin flips go the right. I think it's the pressure of the game. It does do strange things to people. I do know that.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop maybe as well, but
Yeah.
getting there on International Man of Mystery. But I think by that time the damage was done.
That was well done, yeah.
Such a shame, but it does mean that I think does that mean Arun's out of the running at this point, or
No, not yet, but, you know, I've not made life easy for him.
So I got a mouthful of prosecco there. Well, Liam, we knew it. We knew what was at stake here. You've come in to try and cause chaos, but minimum chaos has ensued.
I think is that the biggest fight of the season? We'll go with that. And you know.
That's an achievement. I'll have to double check that one with Panda. I think it might be some of the highest times I've seen. So that's an achievement, I suppose.
I caused chaos only for myself.
Well, Liam, it's been absolutely splendid having you here. So thank you very much for taking part in the tournament. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's not to be on this occasion, but we'll see you again really soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Liam. Which leaves Samster, Derek, and Anonyman to go through to round 2. Orders are going to stay exactly as they are. Samster with just over 30 seconds, Derek just shy of 50, and Anonyman at just over 50. Let's go to round number 2. So, not too much drama there for our players. Samster, solid start. Hafnium, nice one in on the bat for a chemistry teacher.
Yeah, that was a nice way to ease me into the competition. A couple there I maybe should have got, but I took my time because I knew I had the time available and threw fairly comfortably.
I'm curious how the first R&B singer you go for is R. Kelly. Is that just because he's been
He's in the news, isn't
recently?
he? It's just in my brain. I would not have gone for Brandy anyway. Yeah,
No.
she was way down the list. So yeah.
Fair enough. Well, no drama there. Straight through to round number 2. Are you after 2 points or 1 point? Can you remember?
I don't know now what the thing is. So I've had in my head that I need to either beat Anonymous or get 2 points, but now those goals are one and the same, so I'm not sure what needs to be done anymore, to be honest. I'm confused.
Just referring back to my notes, 2 points are guaranteed into the playoffs, but Anonymous only needs 1 to guarantee into the playoffs, and I'm assuming that's to do with a tiebreaker, to do with a heads-up result, head-to-head result. But if you can survive this heat, Samster, then you will be through to the playoffs.
Yeah.
If not,
I know that one.
then we'll have to wait and see. 1 point is enough if Benzie doesn't win. So again, if you go out on this one, Samster, it's all going to be watching on Thursday to see what happens with Benzie.
I mean, Anonymous, if you could take a dive, that'd be great. You're in already. You might as well, you know.
Oh, let's have less of that. Let's have some up in this place, I think. Samster, good luck as we get to round number 2.
Thank you. Good luck.
Derek, no drama there, apart from setting Scorecout's teeth on it by saying prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah, no, that was reasonable.
I think just the 3 questions and 3 correct answers. So
3 for 3, I think. Yeah.
3 for 3, nicely done. Through with, I think, just by dint of the fact that you had fewer questions, you had less time than Anonyman. But safety through to round number 2. Very best of luck going forward from here.
Thank you.
And Anonyman, according to the stats, and according to Panda, who is in the chat, Arun now needs Samster to score 1 point, if my stats are right. Ralph now needs Samster to score 2 or more. As for you, Anonyman, it does look like you are through to the final, because you're up to 7 points. And head-to-head, obviously looking good.
I guess I'm just here to cause chaos now.
So it's also positioning within the final with the bracket, because obviously where exactly you finish determines your seat starting position, and also which heat specifically you will be, which playoff rather specifically you'll be in. So it's still want to try.
Which is all very true, but also I would have to do a bunch of maths to be able to influence that, and I have not done the maths, so I'm just going to try to answer the questions as best I can,
whether they're maths or not. Again, not too much drama from yourself. I think just the 2 questions coming through for you there, Chancellor of the Exchequer and Golf, and no drama on either of those. So yep, sailing through on the yellow podium on the right hand side, so pole position as it were. Best of luck to all 3 of you. Samster, you are on the left hand side, 90 seconds on your clock. Good luck to you all. And Samster, your time starts now. Samster, how many members are there of the girl band Blackpink?
4.
Yes, there are 4. Derek, which British actress is a partner in the fashion design company Frost French?
Dawn French?
Sadie Frost. A popular legend stated that the monarchy would fall if the Ravens leave, which
London
is the right answer. Anonyman, which male singer had a year 2000 UK number
Craig
1?
David.
Correct. Samster, in 19th century political cartoons, which large country was often represented by a bear?
North America?
No, it's Russia. Which form of entertainment is the subject of the 1952 Oscar-winning film The Greatest Show on Earth? Rolling, please. Probably going to be accepted, but I will go to the judges on that, because the answer I've got down is circus. My inclination is yes, but I'm calling a ruling. The answer I have is circus. Let's see what the judges say. One judge straight in with an answer.
I wonder who that is. It's an old film.
That's 2 out of 3, and yeah, Toot was 50s film purist, he says, sorry. Toot was straight in there within about 5 seconds of me pressing the button saying do not accept, absolutely a circus big top, and Panda and Score both saying no, do not accept. So circus was the answer we wanted there. Samster, time is going to continue with you, and that time will continue in 3, 2, 1. Which actor born in 1925 developed his own food company in the 1980s?
George Foreman? No.
Paul Newman. The ritual suicide known as harakiri was once an accepted practice in which... Correct. Derek, on which part of the body would a pair of Mary Janes be worn? Yes, they would. Anonyman, what H is the specific collective name given to socks?
Hosiery.
Very good. Samster, in 1966, which missing sporting trade...
Jules Rimet.
Correct. Derek, in medicine, plummism is poisoning... Correct. Anonyman, what is the total cost of 40 nickel candies?
$2?
Correct. Samso, which word precedes state, kingdom, and
United.
Arab? Correct. Derek, the Khamsin is a hot wind that blows from which desert over parts of the Middle East?
Gobi?
No, it's the Sahara. The town of Macclesfield is famous for producing luxury fabrics made from which fibre?
Wool?
Silk. Which word is a form of reggae that was revived in the 70s and 80s?
Go.
Groups? Correct. Anonyman, what is the name given to the flat-bottomed riverboats popular as
Punt.
Correct. Samson, the disease of scrapie is found in goats and which other group of animals?
Cows?
No, sheep. Which substance, when heated to a high enough temperature, turns into caramel?
Sugar?
Yes, it does. Derek, which actress starred in The Heathers, Reality Bites, and Girl Interrupted?
Heather Graham?
Now, it's Winona Ryder. In the US, what 2-letter name is given to an enlisted member of the armed forces?
G.I.?
Yes. Anonyman, who wrote the novel Brideshead Revisited?
Evelyn Waugh.
Don't mention the war. Samster, complete the title of the 1971 gangster film starring Michael Caine.
Carter.
Yes. Derek, what eye is a system of transparencies which uses typical facial features to construct pieces of the face
Identical.
Yes, it is. Anonyman, what S is a body fluid which increases in flow by a drug called sudorific?
Pass.
It's sweat. The novel Death in Venice was written by Thomas Who?
Man.
Yes. Samson, in a common expression, a hard but outwardly gentle person conceals a hand of which metal in a velvet glove?
Iron?
Yes. Derek, salts of magnesium produce which colour in a firework? No, they produce silver or white. Cupid was the Roman god of what?
Love.
Yes. Anonyman, what was the nationality of Mary Baker Eddy?
American?
Yes. Samsa, which sport uses the terms dribble and dunk?
Basketball.
Yes. Derek, according to the New Testament, which condemned robber was released at Passover instead of Jesus?
Barabbas.
Barabbas is right. Anonymous, which small but essential item of the equipment of a seamstress gives its name to the work she does?
Sewing needle?
I need a ruling, please. Probably.
What was on the card?
Needle. But we're going to check as to whether an extension of that answer still counts as a real answer. It gives the needle to needlework. I would accept. Seems okay. That's 2 out of 3. So we are accepting that answer. So we move the clock over to Samsa, who will take over the time. Yes, we are accepting sewing needle as an extended answer of the answer on the card, which is needle. Samsa, passing to you, and the clock will continue in 3, 2, 1. Samsa, which author wrote the novel 5 Quarters of the Orange?
Pass.
Joanne Harris. The South African city of Kimberley is a major centre for mining of which precious stones?
Diamonds.
Yes. Derek, how long is the current maximum term for a UK Parliament?
5 years.
Unfortunately. Anonymous, which type of animal did the cartoon character Pepe Le Pew always mistake for a female skunk?
A cat?
Yes. Samsa, which US author wrote the popular science book A Short History of Nearly Everything?
Bill Bryson.
Yes, it was. Derek, who wrote the novel The Woodlanders?
Pass.
It was Thomas Hardy. If somebody avoids becoming too friendly with someone else, they can be said to be keeping their
Lancs.
arms... Yes. Anonymous, what is the only Irish province not to end with stir in its name?
Meath?
No, it's Connacht. Who had a hit single in 1965 with I Can't Get No
Rolling
Stuff?
Stones.
Yes, it was the Rolling Stones. Samsa, what P is the term for an element that is attached to the front of a word to create a new word?
Prefix.
Prefix is right. Derek, complete the title of the Walk the Moon song, Shut Up and...
Dance.
Yes. Anon-man, often referred to as a sixth sense. What are the initials ESP?
Extrasensory perception.
Correct. Samsa, what P refers to playing a stringed instrument by plucking the strings?
Pizzicato.
Yes. Derek, the Battle of Verdun took place in which war?
First World War.
Correct. Anonymous, the word media is the plural of which word?
Medium.
Correct. Samsa, if you leave a situation in disgrace, you are said to leave the
Lex.
tale. Yes. Derek, which term for a non-physical attraction is derived from the name of the Greek philosopher Plato?
Platonic.
Yes. Anonymous, the 2 main constituents of an ordinary dry martini are gin and which herb flavour fortified white wine?
Vermouth?
Vermouth is right. Samsa, Truro is a county town of which English county?
Dorset.
No, it's Cornwall. Aeroflot is the flag carrier and largest airline. No. Russia. Whoa.
Bloody one of us had a circus.
Unlucky, Samster. Unlucky.
Tight there. Lupine, welcome to the stream as well. Oh, that was very interesting. Derek feeling very sad he was denied the pizzicato question, I'm sure. But knowing the Battle of Verdun all the same. Yeah, Samps are out of time. A couple of arguably contentious answers there with the having to do the emergency stops, but I think the rulings were the correct rulings. Mappy, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. How are you feeling, Samps? That must be sort of mixed feelings. On the one hand, thinking, yeah. I think I'm maybe kind of sort of almost through, but... No,
I'm just miffed, to be honest. After that, it's they got a geography right at the end, which was completely the wrong time to get it for me, and I could have got through there, but it is what it is. Hopefully, that's enough.
It is what it is.
We'll see, I guess.
So all your eyes now, Samster, are going to be on Thursday's game, I guess.
Yeah, Ben's got a tough game, but it's a possibility that he could win. So not counting my chickens yet. So we'll see.
Probably very wise, because as we know, anything can indeed happen in this game. It is goodbye for now. We may very well see you in the playoffs, Samster. In case we don't, it's been lovely having you here, but we may be talking to you again next week. But for now, it is goodbye.
See you later.
Which leaves Derek and Anonyman to battle it out for the final. Let's go there now. Once again, no change in positions. Derek on the left, Anonyman on the right. Derek, pretty okay, really?
Yeah, very close. Could have gone either way.
Pretty tight down at the end. It was coming within, literal seconds, single digits between you and Samster at the end there. Salts of magnesium, burns silver or white, not blue.
I mean,
blue is...
I haven't done chemistry for years, I don't know.
You and Samson could maybe have swapped the viola question and the chemistry question. Could have, if the RNG falls in such a way. Not much else there to report on. A couple of missed answers, but nothing major. Say it was coming tight, and it's just generally strong plays all round, really. But you are through to another final, hoping, I imagine, for another 4 points, which would give you guaranteed passage into the final round. In fact, 4 points gets you straight to the final, 2+ points. So you have now knocked Colo out of contention of getting an instant spot. So it's going to be between yourself and the 2 marks, largely depending on how you do here.
Yes.
So no pressure. Very, very best of luck to you in this final. And Anonyman, 2 heats in a row, 2 finals in a row. You must be pleased as punch.
I am. I really am. That was quite a battle at the end there, and I'm just lucky I had enough time on the clock to mostly stay out of it. I was a bit panicky. I was lucky enough to get the which author, and they were authors I'd actually heard of, because the authors that the rest of you were getting would have had worse luck on. But
I have to say, I think you're being a bit hard on yourself. I don't think it was to do with luck. You gave some really great answers in there, and stuff that I thought I'm going to have to press the right, because you get, as you read a lot of questions, you sort of get an impression as a host that someone's going to get this one right or someone's not going to get it right. And there are a couple there where I thought this one is going to be a wrong answer, not based on you in particular, but just based on this question is going to go wrong. Flying through, loads of time left on your clock, sort of 40 seconds or so. So. Pole position once again. Let's see if you can capitalise it into your second consecutive win, and see how that leaves Derek standing come the end of it. Best of luck, Anonyman, and best of luck to you as well, Derek. Derek, you had less time on your clock, so you are going to be answering questions first. Best of luck to you both. And Derek, your time starts. Now, Derek, Jennifer Capriati was a star. Correct. Anonyman, which famous Irish dramatist is sometimes referred to by his initials GS?
George Bernard Shaw.
Correct. Derek, how many nanoseconds are there in 1 second?
1,000.
No, 1 billion. What 2-word term is Italian for white wine?
Vino Bianco.
Correct. Anonyman, in 1616, which famous English playwright died on St George's Day?
Shakespeare?
Yes, it was Shakespeare. Derek, in the book by Dr. Seuss, what type of creature is
Turtle.
Yertle? Yes, he is. Anonyman, in the 2001 film Planet of the Apes, which British actress played the activist? It was Helena Bonham Carter. Which comedian used the catchphrase, "Hello, my darlings"?
Pass.
Charlie Drake. Mammutium was the Roman name for which city in northern England?
Manchester?
Yes, Manchester is right. Derek, in classified property listings, the initials FF stand for fully... Yes. Anonyman, Hamilton is the capital of which British island colony and popular tourist destination in the Western Atlantic?
Sorry, pass.
It's Bermuda. Ceylon was the former name of which country?
Sri Lanka?
Yes. Derek, the standard version of the board game Cluedo features the character Professor Who?
Plum.
Yes. Anonyman, a red and silver striped foil top on a bottle indicates what specific type of milk?
Skimmed?
Semi-skimmed. Which UK Prime Minister published a book entitled Sailing?
Ted Heath?
It was Ted Heath. Derek, in which US state was Martin Luther King assassinated in 1968?
Tennessee.
Yes. Anonyman, which English monarch who reigned from 1189 to 1199 was known as the Lionheart?
Richard I.
Correct. Derek, which horse won the 2018 and 2019 Grand Nationals? Tiger Roll. The ports of Colon and Balboa stand at either end of which Central America? Correct. Anonyman, Kathy Burke and James Dreyfus starred together in which cult TV comedy?
Pass.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. The word chimp is an abbreviation of the
Chimpanzee.
name of... Correct. Derek, Sidney Poitier starred as the character Porgy in which 1959 musical?
Porgy and Bess.
Correct. Anonyman, on crossing which imaginary line might a traveller
International Date Line.
Correct. Derek, what does the letter F stand for in the abbreviation of the gallantry medal, the DFC?
Fighting.
Flying. David Rudisha won his only Olympic gold medals in which athletics
400
event?
metres.
800 metres. The slogan "Just Do It" has been used to advertise which... Correct. Anonyman, which word for a defensive tower at the gate of a castle is also the name of an arts centre in the city of London?
Tate?
The Barbican. Which Scottish heroine smuggled Bonnie Prince Charlie in a boat to the Isle of Skye? It's Flora MacDonald, who is the host of the quiz show Tipping Point.
Ben Shepherd.
It is. Derek, when two people bear a striking resemblance to each other, they are said to be pod. In 1997, which Labour cabinet member took control of environment, transport and the regions?
John Prescott.
It was John Prescott. Anonyman, the film Superman, Grease and Midnight Express were first released in which decade?
1970s?
Yes. Derek, what F is the name given to the overflowing of water onto an area that is usually dry? Flooding is, yes, correct. Anonyman, someone born on the 1st of January has which star sign?
Capricorn.
Yes. Derek, in music, what name is given to the highest female singing voice?
It's Lano.
Yes, it is. Anonymous, the American poet who shared his surname with a currency, was Ezra
Pound.
who? Yes. Derek, Charlene Spiteri is the
Texas.
lead singer. Correct. Anonymous, in UK customs and excise entry regulations, which three-word phrases applies to the Green Channel?
Pass.
Nothing to declare. Since the 1960s, a stick of which vegetable has commonly been used to garnish a Bloody Mary cocktail?
Celery?
Yes. Derek, a fetus is connected by the umbilical cord to which structure in the womb?
Placenta.
Yes. Anonymous, what E is the verb which can mean to deprive of shelter or to reveal to
Expose.
Correct. Derek, in the 1990 film Reversal of Fortune, which British actor played the role
Jeremy
of
Irons.
Correct. Anonymous, the poet laureate who shares a surname with the word used to describe the process of moving.
Motion, Andrew Motion.
Correct. Derek, what C is the name given to the practitioner who specialises in the treatment of minor foot ailments?
Chiropodist.
Correct. Anonymous, which hosiery garment is traditionally hung from the mantelpiece at
Rocking.
Christmas and... Correct. Derek, what is the tallest mountain in South America?
Aconcagua.
Correct. Anonymous, which academic and author wrote The Female Eunuch?
Jermaine Greer.
It's the right answer, but I'm afraid
Yeah,
you are
that's it.
out of time. Or I put the pace up. You know when you go running, I don't know if you go running, but when you go running and you know you've got your last minute and you just pick up the pace towards the end and you think your legs are going, no! That was my voice at the end there. So I'm gonna read these questions very, very fast and as the clock's ticked down. But as a lot of love for Derek here in the chat, absolutely on fire there with 30 seconds left. Anonymous, great battle, but I think just a couple of early ones wrong there. It just put the balance in the wrong way and then it was going to be an uphill struggle.
Yeah, just a few too many passes. I knew I was behind on the clock for a lot of that, and I was glad I warmed up and got as many right as I did. But that was really great play from Derek. A much deserved win. Well done.
Always good sportsmanship and always good to hear it. And Ramsey, welcome to the stream as well. You know when you go run? No, I absolutely do not. Fair enough. Sorry. I forget. I'm sorry. I'm a running bore now. Now I go running, I feel the need to tell everyone all the time that I go running. So I need to not do that as much. Anonymous, splendid performance and another 2 points. Say, a bit of a slow start to the tournament, I think it's fair to say, but my goodness me, you have brought it in these last two heats. 4 points on day 4 and now 2 points today, guaranteeing your slot in the playoffs, and we will definitely see you there.
Okay, I'm excited for it.
And me too. Look forward to seeing you. We'll be in touch in the next few days to arrange when that's going to take place, but for now, I'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Which means, Derek, after a little blip on day 4, you have won your 4th heat and you are today's champion. And instant stats from Panda here, Derek and Anonymous with 75 and 75.6% respective hit rates in that fight. Is that in the final round there, I think, Panda? Or the final heat overall? Either way, that's a pretty formidable hit rate. Derek, we're back here again. The champion after... was what happened day 4? Day 4 was just a small blip, because other than that, you are undefeated, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't get lucky on then as I have other days, I guess.
I don't think luck's anything to do with it. After 4 victories here, I think you can give yourself a pat on the back and say, no, I'm a bit good at quiz. But you have now booked your place into the face-off grand final. Do you want to go and have a look at the leaderboard?
I would love to.
Let's have a look. Panda confirming that's across the whole heat, 75% across the whole heat, and very well done there. And there you have it, 16 points, guaranteeing your slot in the final, because Colo can now not achieve a guaranteed spot in the final, though it's still guaranteed a playoff. The only person who can upset you from that top spot is Mark with a K, and Mark with a K would need 2 points, because I believe Mark with a K beat you head-to-head in day 4, is that right? So, if Mark gets runner-up, Mark finishes top. Or if Mark wins, then Mark finishes top. Anything else, and Derek, it's going to be yourself. Mark with a C is going to be looking for Mark with a K to go out first, because I think likewise Mark with a K... Did Mark with a K beat Mark with a C? That's something I actually need to check, because I don't know that off the top of my head. Let's have a look. Yes, Shapes did beat Mark in the final. They were both finalists in Shapes. Yes, because I had to change the name, didn't I? And Shapes was the one who came out on top. So all Shapes is going to need is a single point to guarantee entry into the final. And Derek, you're already there. So you got to breathe in it, so you can enjoy it from the audience point of view.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Very, very well played tonight, and. Yeah, congratulations is all I can say, and we'll see you in the final.
Thank you. Yes, excellent.
Top man. Thank you very much, Derek.
Thank you. Goodbye.
And so just before we go, we will bring in our statistician Panda to give us the exit poll. Panda already briefly touched on it there, the implications of sort of the top three, with Derek now guaranteed a slot, Mark just needing a single point to guarantee a slot. If Mark goes out first, then Mark with a C will take the other finalist spot, and Mark with a K will have to do the playoffs. Have I missed anything there? And can you give us a bit of a rundown on what's going on elsewhere on the board? And good evening.
Good evening. Yes, that is on the spot for the top three positions. Right on the money. Derek's definitely in. Mark is in if he scores a single point. 2 points puts him ahead of Derek into that prime right-hand spot in the final. Perhaps more of interesting to our players tied on 7 is the situation sitting there. Now, as you can see, as it stands, one of the players on 7 points is eliminated.
Yep.
Benzie has yet to play. If he scores 2 or less, he doesn't get up there, and it stays at one of them is eliminated. If he manages to win the next heat, Benzie will jump to 8, and 2 of the 7-pointers will be eliminated.
Okay,
so
let's go through the permutations. Let's say Benzie wins.
All right. Well, let's just talk about 3.
Okay.
Arun, Ralph, Samster.
Yeah.
In their head-to-head, each of them has won 1 and lost 1 against the others.
Oh Lord.
So head-to-head is a tie there, which means we go to countback. And Arun is the only one who took a second-place finish. He went 4-2-1. The others went 4-1-1-1. So of the 3, Arun is the highest-ranking 7-pointer.
Okay.
Which means whether we eliminate 1 or 2 people at 7 points, Arun is safe.
So Arun, you are through to the playoffs. That is guaranteed now. Very well played.
Indeed. Now, of Ralph and Samster, since Countback has resolved the 3-way tie, we go back to head-to-head, and Samster Samster beat Ralph in head-to-head, which means Samster is actually above Ralph. Okay. So swap 10 and 11 in the leaderboard there, which means Samster is the one on the bubble. If Benzie takes the 4 points, Samster falls into elimination. If Benzie does not take 4 points, Samster takes the 10th place spot.
So what we're drawing from this is that Ralph cannot qualify based on the results as they stand right now.
Correct. With the way it worked out today, Ralph is eliminated at this point.
Thank you very much, Ralph, but bad luck. Unfortunately, that is going to be your tournament. I'm sorry we can't say a formal cheerio, but thank you very much for playing. Freeze your Saturday night, indeed so. So a lot of this is going to come down to how Benzie performs up against Inca, Colo, and Mark, which is... I say that's a stiff competition because you've got 3 players over in the yellows already. Of those 3, are they... Is it 8 points now is guaranteed playoffs? So everyone other than Benzie is now guaranteed playoffs, other than Mark, who could automatically qualify. Is that about the level of it?
That is it exactly. Everyone from David through Arun definitely in playoffs. Samster's kind of the bottom bubble. Mark C and Mark K have kind of the green-yellow bubble.
Okay, so that's what it boils down to on this final heat. It is going to be all eyes on Benzie determining his own and Samster's fate in that heat number 20, which will be taking place on Thursday, and it will be opening the stream at 8 o'clock this Thursday. A lot riding on this, both at the bubble above the elimination line and the bubble around the automatic qualification line. And Claire, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here just in time for some risky business. It does mean, sadly, we do have to say goodbye to Ralph, but we can give our congratulations to Arun, who is guaranteed through. Putting bottom bubble on my Tinder profile. Thanks there. Nice. Panda, as ever, thank you very much for all your diligence, both with the proofing and with all the statistics. That our immediate exit poll, but actually that's pretty much all that we need in terms of statistical analysis. I think there's not really much else to say, I suppose. Can there be much more deviance in who places where beyond that, or is that just still wide open?
Well, with Colo and Inca both to play, both of them have a lot of chance to kind of shuffle that 3rd through 7th spots, so it's really hard to say who's going to play who in the playoff rounds.
Okay. Well, we'll have to tune in on Thursday to find out what happens from there. Panda, once again, thank you very much for the exit poll and again for all your work behind the scenes. I dare say we will speak to you on Thursday.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, mate. Ali Lololo, welcome to the stream. Just in time for some risky business. So, as the second annual face-off tournament, I say annual, like it's happened twice now. Maybe it'll happen next year. Don't know. I kind of like the idea of the next face-off starting a year from when the previous one ended. So this one started, I think, within a day to the year of the previous one ending. I think the last one, the final, was the 24th of April, and the opening ceremony here was the 25th of April or something. So, yeah, an idea of the next face-off tournament starting August 2023. We'll get planning now. Yeah, lots to look forward to in that last heat. A lot of things to be decided, included that the bottom bubble, which is now a thing. That is it from Face Off, but we have got risky business coming after the break, and this pack comes to us from Lupine. It's been proofed by Oni. Very much looking forward to this. We've had a lot of intensity with Face Off. We've had a lot of serious stuff in the Abyss, so we're going to have some light relief now with a bit of risky business. I'm going to get myself another drink. I recommend you guys do the same. But for now, the day belongs to Derek, booking his slot in the final, guaranteed to cash out of this tournament. Huge congratulations to him. We'll see how the rest, or the final heat, goes on Thursday, and then the subsequent players from there. If you are qualified, I will be in touch in the Discord to arrange when those playoffs take place. On paper, they're both happening on Saturday. In reality, the final is supposed to be happening a week on Saturday, and the two playoffs can kind of happen anywhere before then, so either Saturday, Tuesday or Thursday. I will liaise with you and we'll figure out an ideal time for everybody. But for now, Derek is our champion. That has been Face Off. Do stick around, because right after the break, it's risky business. See you in a minute. This just in, tomorrow's Daily Mail is going with the time Keir Starmer put a Pringles tub in the recycling, despite knowing they can't process them. You know it's going to happen. Also, have I got news to you? Have published the odds for the next Chancellor. Carrie Johnson at 2-1, Larry the Cat at 6-1, Chris Pincher at 10-1, a potato going off at 100-1, Boris Becker going off at odds at 250-1, Nadine Dorries 500-1. Nadeem Zahar, has he been appointed? Because I've seen that Barclay's got health. I'm going to put the camera back on. I feel like you put the camera back on. Yeah, did Steve Bartley get health secretary, and Zahawi is... this just in, our deputy political editor, Jack Wilford, is... Standoff at number 10. Boris wants Liz Truss to become Chancellor, but Nadine Zahawi says he will quit if he isn't moved from education to number 11. Fucking hell. Pippa Cree is saying Steve Barclay has become Health Secretary. So, I'm so looking forward to catching up on Twitter in the next couple of days. Anyway, I'm going to go fill up my glass. When we come back, risky business time, written by Lupine, proofed by Oni. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Some of you brothers sound like repetitive recess. We release the repressed stress because we blessed like little Missy from Missy, innocent and sweet. Lovely lady from the 80s, give yourself a treat. Yo, reverse the rhetoric, y'all need a sedative. My style superlative, you're more murderous. You know you heard of this, J5 sickness. Bump it when you lift it, put us on your wish list. We make it hot since the system
talking arrogant. We get together with our inner city relatives. With no embarrassment, I'll tell you where the party is. Variety and pedigree, old school melody. Want what you telling me, you feeling it, then let it be.
It's the song I love, that melody of 46 and 3.
Welcome back to the third and final part of this Tuesday evening game night. After all of the intensity and the drama and the darkness of the Abyss and Face Off, it's time for a bit of light relief with Risky Business as written by Lupine. I hope you've all got your gambling heads on, so to speak, or your risk hats. Since we're talking about odds and who's going to be the next Prime Minister, a potato. Type the code if you want to play. I know I said that and looked at the camera like the camera was on, but it wasn't. So, yeah, there we go. This is the full screen game, isn't it? This is the one we go full screen on. Just monitor. That's what I want. There we go. Come enjoy the game. CZDJ. Kagler, not a cat. Welcome on in. Great to have you with us. Oh, hello. Message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
17 months. That's a long time, I think.
That's a very long time. Thank you very much for the 17 months of support there, Kegler Coach. Much appreciated. And Sintu3, thank you very much for that follow that came in earlier on when alerts were off. I wonder if I could play Zadok the Priest of this piece. I wonder if I could play Zadok the Priest at all. Well, to be fair, it's in D normally, I'm playing it in G. Great piece of music. That's what Megs and I had that at our wedding when she walked down the aisle. She had Zoda the priest. Right, let's catch up with chat. The Ukrainian millionaire hot seat can lead a country. Chris Tariff appeared. Put the country in special measures and appoint one of those superheads from abroad. Yeah, maybe. If they were Fennoscandian, maybe. Yeah, I said to I was chatting with Bash earlier on. So I went down for dinner as all the resignations happened. So I didn't see it. And I came back up to like 3 messages from Ash, and he's just saying Sudak's Sanjay Javid's resigned. Then and Rishi Sudak's gone as well. And I was like, "What? Are you serious?" And that's why I said I was going to do another hour's work. I'm not now. Yeah, I said to Ash, I think I might watch PMQs tomorrow. The problem is I really want Sir Keir Starmer to be Prime Minister, but I'm worried that he's just got such an open goal and he's going to screw it. Because it's fine. The Tory party, the 1922 committee are going, hello, darling. And a Baniel as well. Hello, Baniel. Do you want to see a Baniel? Hand me. He's a Baniel. He's a Baniel fan. He's a much better person to host the stream. Do you want to press the buttons? Do you want to press the buttons, baby?
Spaniel Day Lewis.
Spaniel Day Lewis. Were you in my last Only Connect pack? Were you? But no, it's like...
He's feeling massive.
He
He's
is.
heavy. He's a heavy dog.
He's a big dog.
Unhand me. He's not as big as... He's still not as big as Molly, though.
Hey, boy. No? Okay, no kisses for me.
Oh, put me down!
Well, what was I saying? Yeah, PMQs. Oh yeah, the 1922 are going to replace their board and change the rule that means you can't have another no confidence vote in the Prime Minister within a year. And then, as a result, I think the plan is to oust him before summer recess, which is in 2 weeks anyway. So he'll be gone soon.
No, he won't. He'll stay.
You reckon he'll still be there?
He's going to cram that cabinet as full of as many yes men and women as he can possibly find.
Nadine Zahawi is not a yes man. Nadine Zahawi. Every time Nadine Zahawi does the rounds,
the T-boy will be promoted.
Every time Nadine Zahawi's on Good Morning Britain or on the BBC doing an interview, he looks like he just wants to say, I hate my life. Life has no meaning. My soul is seeping out through my mouth with every word, every utterance that oozes from... Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's not going to happen. He's going to be gone. Lord of the Stool. No, he'll be gone. Surely now. Sure, I mean, to be fair, I've said that before.
No, he's going to stay. They'll have to carry that man out.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we're going to play Risky Business. 30 seconds, if you want to come join the lobby. You want to play?
I'm going to go take Mom for a walk.
Okay. But have a nice time, and we'll be 45 minutes or so, and then if you're back by then, maybe we go shoot some pool. It's a bit like you're pulling someone off from behind.
I do. I don't quite know what I'm doing.
It's more, yeah. So Michael McIntyre jokes that I've stopped playing snooker ever since someone pointed out to me it looks like I'm jerking someone off from behind. Yeah.
Many an evening I have spent in this position.
And on that note, Mrs. Flush, you go walk the dog.
Yes, I'll go and walk the dog.
Right. Wait, don't go! Not a cat, don't leave! We're only joking, we're just about to start. Classic cue would be a breath of fresh air. Yeah. Right, see you shortly. Right! Risky business indeed. Not a cat, if you want to come back in, we are about to lock it. I'm assuming you've had to go. You're not just leaving because of our terrible jokes. Right. Here we go then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play! And there we all are over on the left-hand side. Lovely, lovely. Oh, I got a text message from my friend John. Oh, it must be important if he's texted me at 5 to 10. Oh, what fun in politics this evening. Yeah, quite. Oh, not a cat! You left and then came back. But I've already locked the lobby now. Oh. I really need to fix this. You should be able to join. But the problem is it instantiates the things at when you lock it, and yeah, and then the scroll response. I need to go and remake all of my games, but do them properly. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19 players in. 19 players for Risky's Business. Should be lots of fun. Let's see what round 1 is. Round 1 is called Favourable Odds. You'll be presented with a question of 5 options. Keep that at the back of your mind for something that might be coming later on. More than one of the options may be a correct answer. You need to only submit one letter. You don't need to submit all of the correct answers, just the one within 15 seconds. The number of correct answers reduces with each question whilst the amount of points you score increases. Answer a question incorrectly at any time and you will reduce your score to 0. For the first 3 questions, abstaining will not affect your score. To play question 4, you must choose to risk your points when prompted. If you don't want to play, do nothing. Your score will be put in the bank. Question 4 has 5 options and only one correct answer. If you pick the right one, you double your points. Otherwise, you lose everything. And for question 4, you have to make the decision to risk before you have seen the question. You see the answers, but not the question. That's what you've got to make your decision. That's why it's called risky business. Total of 3 sets of 4 questions in round 1 with a maximum of 60 points available. That's the drill. The pack has been written by Lupine and proofed by Oni. Have fun. Good luck. Round number 1 is favourable odds, and here is question number 1. Options are: The Magician, The Empress, The Sky, The Tower, The Hierophant. Name a card which appears in the major arcana of a Rider-Waite tarot deck. And 2 points if you find me a correct answer. Everyone doing just that, apart from Kegler, who found the one wrong answer up there. Which was The Sky. The Tower, the Empress, the Hierophant, and the Magician are all there. Magician and Tower proved to be 2 popular answers there. I think it's probably just one player going for the Hierophant there. 2 points on the board if you gave me a correct answer there. Well played. Let's clear the board and go on to question number 2. 3 correct answers out of 5 here, and 3 points if you can find one. Options are: Severus Snape, Argus Filch, Gilderoy Lockhart, Dolores Umbridge, Rubeus Hagrid. Name a Harry Potter character who was taught defense against the dark arts at Hogwarts. Tadaru wiping out there. Remember, you don't have to play. Abstention is a perfectly valid option. If you're not sure, Kolo looking like he's going to sit this one out. Not quite sure of the answer. Rubeus Hagrid and Argus Filch were the wrong answers. Argus Filch is the caretaker, and Rubeus Hagrid is keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts and latterly care of magical creatures teacher, but not defense against the dark arts. Gilderoy Lockhart taught in the Chamber of Secrets and portrayed by Kenneth Branagh in the film. Severus Snape taught in the 6th year, Half-Blood Prince, and portrayed by the late great Alan Rickman. Dolores Umbridge portrayed on screen by what's her name, who was in Sweeney Todd, Imelda Staunton. She was in Order of the Phoenix, Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher in Harry's 5th year. They have all been Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers. Most people on 5. Kegler getting 3. Kolo abstaining on that one, sticking for 2. And Tadaru wiping out, going for Hagrid with a wrong answer and wiping out to 0. But one more question before we need to make a risk decision. We need a Rickman question. That would have been a good one to do it on, wouldn't it, Garrett? Okay, let me do it on this next one. I'll do an Alan Rickman impression. Next question. 5 options, 2 correct answers, and options are: Dean Martin, Spencer Tracy, Fred Astaire, Marlon Brando, Humphrey Bogart. Name a person named in the lyrics of the Madonna single Vogue. Vogue. That's a good word to say as Snape. Vogue. I'm going to stop saying it now. There you go, Garrett. Look at that. We've either got an abstention or a green light. Ali and Ramsey sitting that one out, but everyone else giving me a correct answer. Humphrey Bogart, Spencer Tracy and Dean Martin with the wrong answers. Fred Astaire and Marlon Brando were the answers on the board. Greta Garbo and Monroe, Dietrich and DiMaggio, Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean on the cover of a magazine, Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, picture of a beauty queen, Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Dance on Air. Just over half go for Marlon Brando, and 37% also going for Fred Astaire. So everybody has got risk. Wow. So, quite a few of you on 10 as well. 14 players have got 10 points of risk. Do you want to risk it on this question or not? That is the question. If you do, it's R to risk, but you only see the options, not the question. And if you choose to risk, you must play the question. An abstention, if you choose to play, will be treated as incorrect. So bear that in mind. Options then are to risk or leave it blank if you want to bank. Options are, for question 4, King Edward IV, King Edward III, King Edward VI, King Edward VII, King Edward V. Bank or risk? King Edward Potato. It's going to be the next Chancellor. It's not Leonora, run, is that it? Surely. Lol no, says Claire. Whoever wrote this, I appreciate. Yeah, this was Lupine who wrote this. Just the two risking this one. Everyone else has got too many points to want to risk them on what could be going in any direction. But Arun and It's Not are going to play it. Good luck to you both. If you abstain, it will be treated as wrong. Only one correct answer appearing. Double points if you find it. Good luck. Maybe a king called Edward. It might be. Spoilers, Topper. Order! Here's the question. Name an English monarch from the House of Tudor. Yeah, the regret, the remorse coming from Claire there. Both are run and It's Not got that one right. And from Topper. And from Jack. Oh, sorry, our deputy political editor, Jack Wilfred. King Edward VI was, of course, the eldest surviving son and legitimate son of Henry VIII of House Tudor. And apart from Lady Jane Grey... No, Edward was before Lady Jane Grey, who was disputed. Oh, you got that. David would have got that one wrong, so he's happy back there. Well, Arun and It's Not are very happy that they played and got it right, banking 20 points. Lots of people on 10. Kegler's on 8. Kolo 7. Ali, Ramsey and Tadara on 5. Let's put the points in the bank. Oh, everyone's got points. Everybody wins, Rose. Well, no, not everybody wins, but everyone's got points, which is nice. Let's go on. We're back to the start. 5 options, 4 correct answers, 2 points if you can find one. Options are Anish Kapoor, Ai Weiwei, Rachel Whiteread, Damien Hirst, Tachita Dean. Name an artist who's been commissioned to produce artwork for the Tate Modern's Turbine Hall. Miss off Natter and Kolo going for the one wrong answer there, which was Damien Hirst. Damien Hirst has never done it, but the other ones have. Anish Kapoor, Ai Weiwei, Rachel Whiteread and Tachita Dean have all been commissioned. Most popular answer there, Ai Weiwei, or Wee-wee. Wee-wee. Like, yeah, no. Let's move on. Lots of points going out there, lots of risk at stake. But remember, if you play and get one wrong, your risk goes back to 0. So remember, you can abstain if you don't want to risk it. Moving on. 5 options, 3 correct answers, 3 points if you can find one. And they are Ai Weiwei. Thank you, Aaron. Madrid. Prague. Chicago. Miami. Rome. Name a city that held an ATP Tour Masters 1000 WTA 1000 tennis tournament in 2021. I think WTA is World Tennis Association. David Liam? Nope, setting this one out. Chicago and Prague, the wrong answers. No one going for Chicago, but 2 people going for Prague. The other 2 cities have been hosts of the Laver Cup, but did not host a 1000 ranking point event, which is what the ATP Tour Masters 1000, the WTA 1000 tennis tournament are all about. Most people getting points there, lots of people up to 5. Miss off Natter and Kolo on 3, it's Sotley and David sticking on 2, Odd Garrett and Tadaru are both wiping out and on 0. Don't believe in tennis as a concept. What's wrong with you? Order! You must watch the tennis at Sotley. I insist. Well, actually, if you're sort of teaching on Wimbledon's on, that's the only tennis I watch, to be fair. But yeah, Miami, the most popular answer there. Miami Open, 52.6% going for that. Let's go on. It's a bit back and forth. It's not as bad as cricket. Any sport that can last for 5 days and still not have a winner, there's something wrong there. Although that Isna Mahmood match in like 2010, that'll be a quiz question at some point. That lasted for 3 days, and they changed the rule as a result. They changed the tie-break rule. You like cricket? I don't mind cricket, actually. Anyway, let's move on. Next question. Options are Theodore Roosevelt, George Washington, Grover Cleveland, Thomas Jefferson, Woodrow Wilson, and I like this question. Name someone who served as President of the United States during the 19th century. 2 correct answers up there, 5 points if you can find one. Wipe out if you're wrong, you do not have to play. Our Deputy Political Editor Jack Wilfred has gotten this one right. Sorry, I like saying Deputy Political Editor, Jack, that's your title. If I'd got it right, yeah, that would have been well orcs. Would have to have had a word and revoke your status. You'd have to be Sub-deputy political editor. But you got it right, so it's fine. Theodore Roosevelt and George Washington and Woodrow Wilson were the wrong answers. It's Sotley and David going for a combination of Roosevelt and George Washington, which means you've got no risk for the risk question. Bad luck there. Grover Cleveland and Thomas Jefferson were both correct. Jefferson served between 1801 and 1809, and Grover Cleveland between 1885 and 1889. Washington, the first president, 1789 to 97. Teddy Roosevelt, 1901 to 1901. And Wilson, 1913 to 1921. Grover Cleveland served twice, actually. 85 to 89, and then again, probably slightly earlier than that. He's the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. 25 and 27? Or something like that? I don't know. I forget. Lots of people on 10 points of risk. Not as many as last time. A couple on 8. Quite a few 5s. Colo on 3. Sotley and David... 22 and 24. Thank you, Arun. Sotley and David have no risk, so can't play this risk question. Sad for you. But let's clear the board. And you can decide if you want to play this risk. Remember, if you choose to risk, you must answer, because the potential will be treated as wrong. Double points if you're right, but only one answer up there. And your options are... Brokeback Mountain, Dead Poets Society, Forrest Gump, Gandhi, Parasite. Bank or risk? I'm surprised to see 2 changes to risk on this one. Lol, no again, says Claire. Slow and steady can often win the race, especially if you have got 20 without having to risk on a risk question yet. So, Arun, Halo, Toot, Natter, Curse, Toucan, Topper Shapes, and Colo all choosing to risk on this question, so you must give me an answer. There's only one correct answer up here. I'm anticipating some on this question, but let's find out. Here's your question. Name a movie that has won the Academy Award for Best Picture and the BAFTA Award for Best Film. Natter wiping out. Shapes, Toot wiping out. Curse Toucan and Topper wiping out. Colo's managed to double up. Arun has managed to double up, and Brand New Halo has wiped out. Oof. What an unfortunate question for you. Parasite didn't win the BAFTA. Hello and welcome to the BAFTAs. Stephen Fry doing his camp German, his modern German impression. Oh, wo ist mein Handy? Ich habe mein Handy verloren. Yeah, but didn't win the BAFTA, unfortunately. Gandhi, though, did win both. Colo doubling up to 6 and Arun doubling up to 20 on that one, giving him the maximum of the game so far. He's going to go up to 40. Very well played. Let's put the point in the bank. Yeah, Gandhi. One of the 3 worst films after Chariots of Fire and Lawrence of Arabia. Chariots of Fire. Gan of D, indeed. Well, Arun is head and shoulders double second place at the moment. It's Sotley, Claire and Jack all tied in second place on 20. I don't know why I read it in that order. Claire, Sotley and Jack all tied in second place on 20. Kegler and Missoff tied in third on 18, but Arun head and shoulders above the rest on 40. We've got one more set of 4 questions coming up. Back to the start. 4 correct answers up here out of 5. 2 points if you can find one, and your options are... I can't, it's Sotley. Running's involved. Anyway, options are Toulon, La Rochelle, Brive, Racing 92, Toulouse. Name a French rugby team that has won the European Rugby Champions Cup or its predecessor, the Heineken Cup. A was a right answer, David. Nicely done. Toulon was the right answer. Just to follow up on the previous question, 1982, Richard Attenborough's Gandhi won the top honours at both the Oscars and the BAFTAs. Parasite and Forrest Gump won Best Picture at the Oscars. Brokeback Mountain and Dead Poets Society won Best Film at the BAFTAs, but they didn't win both. So, a French rugby team that has won either the European Rugby Champions Cup or the Heineken Cup. Racing 92 have not won it. Toulouse have won the tournament 5 times. Toulon won 3 straight in 2013, 14 and 15. Brive won in 97 and La Rochelle scored a winning try at the death against Leinster to win in 2022. Despite 3 finals appearances, Racing 92 have yet to win. Bad luck to Otley and Ali wiping out on that question. 3 more to come in this round. If you've got some risk and you don't want to risk it, then you can abstain if you want to. But 3 correct answers up here, 3 points if you find one, and your options are Vermont, Iowa, Ohio, New York, Indiana. Name a US state that borders one of the Great Lakes. Ali Law and Itsotley renewing their wipeout with more wipeout. Oh, a run wiping out. He's not going to get the maximum this time. Remember, you can abstain. That is allowed. David and Shapes abstaining on that one, preserving their 2 points. Quite a few getting it right there, 11 players in total. New York, Indiana, and Ohio were the right answer. Vermont and Iowa, unfortunately, were incorrect. If you gave one of those, you have wiped out. Southern tip of Lake Michigan borders Indiana. Ohio borders Lake Erie, while upstate New York borders Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. So there we are. Let's reset the board. Last chance to get some risk. Remember, if you have no risk at the end of this question, you cannot play the risk question number 4. For this one, 2 options will be correct. 2 out of the 5 will be correct, and 5 points if you can find one. Good luck. Options are 22, 23, 24, 25, 21. You could have had such joy, RNG. Name an album released by Adele. Oh, Mizov with a late answer gives us a full green board. 21 the most popular answer, that's what I would have gone for. 21 and 25, 22, 3 and 4 were wrong. 19, 21, 25 and 30 are Adele's 4 studio albums. So 21 and 25. Everyone getting it right, so everyone has got something to risk. And of the people who've got something to risk, 11 have the maximum of 10. So this could be very, very interesting. Do you want to risk it on this next question? Remember, R if you want to risk it. If you don't, leave it blank and we'll put your points in the bank. But if you do want to risk it, then you will not be able to abstain, and abstention will be treated as wrong, and you lose everything if you get it wrong, but you double your points, or you double your risk, rather, if you get it right. Let's find out. Options are weird, mysterious, strange, bizarre, odd. Bank or risk? Name a word that describes royal flush. No, that would work for this one. More than one of those describes royal flush, I'm sure. Squiffy. Squanchy. Oh, we've got lots of people playing here. A lot of people playing. Including quite a few 10-pointers as well. How many have we got in total? 12 players risking on this question. Of those 12, half of them have got the maximum 10 that they're risking here, looking to double it up to 20. David and Shakes both risking 7 here. A run, it's Otley, Nat and Top all risking 5. Everyone else putting points into the bank. Jack Wilford with the bank lead at the moment, well, apart from Arun, who's staking on this one. I think I have an idea what it'll be. Let's find out if you... This question intrigues me, says ABME. Let's see if it was worth the risk. Good luck. Here's your question. Name a word to describe royal flush. Oh, I'm kidding. Here's the question. Name a flavour of quark as per the standard model. Oh, Garrett, Natter. Wrong way. And there we go, just the 2 wipeouts there, Garrett and Natter, whose risk will be eliminated. Topper saw that one coming and did give the right answer, doubling up to 10. Yes, strange. I can't remember what the other ones are, and I don't have it in my notes. If I click this link, it might tell me. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. Not without great amounts of reading. Oh, hang on, maybe it does in this chat. I don't know, someone will tell me in the chat. Up, down, something, top, bottom, strange. Not bizarre, though. Odd, Garrett, Kearsley, and code for odd, along with Nat right there. Strange and charm, thank you. Lovely. Strange, charm, and other ones. Other flavours of quark are available. That is the end of round 1. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores. Well, after a very strong play there, Arun Aromatics is in the lead with 50 out of 60. Pog at you. Very good, very strong play. Claire's in second with 40, and Missoff is in third with 38. First timer, I believe, to the stream, and almost certainly first time playing Risky Business. So kudos to you. Still got 2 more rounds to go, though, so all of this can change. Everyone has got points, so everyone's getting pennies. Points equal pennies in this game, which is always nice. Let's have a look at the rules for round number 2. Round 2 is the board game. You'll be presented with a question and 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 of the options may be a correct answer. Submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. Syntax is unimportant in this round. You may choose to separate your answer letters with commas, spaces, full stops, or not at all if you prefer. You may submit answers either as a single message as several letters or individual letters one at a time. For each correct answer submitted, you'll get 5 points, but if you give me any wrong answers at all, you get nothing for the board. Scores are banked after each board, and with a total of 3 boards in the round, there's a maximum score of 60 to 105 points available. So, anything from 4 to 7 will be correct out of the 9 that I presented to you. I won't tell you how many exactly, because, well, where's the fun in that? You have to take the risk. Do you want to take a risk on a risky answer, or play it safe? Or have you got no idea, you're just going to have a blind stab and hope for the best? Let's find out. Round 2 is the board game. Here's question 1. Options are Psi, Chi, Theta, Zeta, Sigma, Chi, Kappa, Phi, Gamma. Identify the Greek letters that appear in the Greek alphabet before the 16th letter pi. Before the 16th letter. Ba-li-da, here come the ticks. Oh, slightly out of time, but you got the idea. So those are your answers. I think is it chai? Is it zhai? Chai? Ji? I'm not sure of the XI one. B, pronunciation, I can never do that. But Theta, Zeta, Kappa, and Gamma, I can do those. Oh, Shane's heading Phi right at the very end. Oh, pain. Phi on that. Chi. Oh, it's a hard K, is it? Chi. Thank you, Aaron. Psi, Sigma, Chi, and Phi are all incorrect answers on that one. They appear after pi, but very well done if you did manage to back some points. Missov getting 5 out of 5 there. Very well played. It's Sotley 2 and Brand New Halo picking up 4. David and On Garrett grabbing 3. Arun and Jack and Ali picking up 2, and Cola going for the safe 1. 5 points for every correct answer you found, but nothing, unfortunately, if you gave me any wrong answers. Let's put your points in the bank. And Mizov takes the lead now with 63. Arun moves to second with 60. It's Sotley and Toot tied up in third with 50 each. Let's move on to the next question. Options are Oni, Tengu, Jubei, Kasa Obake, Baba Yaga, Suzaku, Kappa, Tanuki, Kitsuna. Identify the legendary creatures from Japanese folklore and mythology. And for anything from 4 to 7 of these will be correct. Hey, Odie. Oh, I can honk along. Ha! That was really well. Oh, that was late. Right, so everyone has submitted something. You've got another 20 seconds or so if you want to get any more in. I'm just pressing it at random now. I'll get it right at the end. G better be on the next question. Yay! I got my honk in at the end. Wow! A big sea of green there. Odd Garrett, the only one to air by going for Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, Mazurski's pictures at an exhibition is where I know that from. It's fucking ridiculous. But it's a great piece of music. But unfortunately, it comes from Eastern European folklore, not Japanese. Is the Baba Yaga's the hut on chicken legs, I think. Yeah, Russian, and Jubei South Korean. Jubei is a character from the Blaze Blue series of fighting games, actually. Nobody going for that one. Oh, another not Cowboy, don't care both. It's not Cabinet. Thank you, David. David, we're going to our field to our political correspondent, Digital David. Hello.
Hello.
How's your walk?
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just coming in to let you know that apparently this coat that I sometimes wear, apparently it smells like in-season bitch. Because Dexter just won't leave me alone.
Well,
I have been
horny little
humped
bugger, isn't he?
5 times since I've put the coat on. 5.
I'm glad that you came to share that with us all.
I'm just I clearly this.
I feel the stream has been improved for knowing that.
Does it have the effect?
I don't. I'm not a horny spaniel puppy, so I couldn't possibly comment.
I mean,
It's weird. Claire saying it's well in season, bitch.
it's when is it too, right? Dexter is very, very yes indeed.
So correct answers are Oni Tengu. Have a nice walk, by the way.
I shall.
See you when you get back.
You know, my trousers are damp from spaniels.
Can you stop coming in here and being all smutty and whatnot on stream? It's a family-friendly stream. You're talking about the dogs. Well, it's not. No, but you're coming here talking about the dogs, birds, and bees and stuff. It is not right.
Don't get me started.
We need a little bit of up in here, I think.
Alright.
And something Nadine Doris. Anyway, Oni, Tengu, Kasa Obake, Jinbebe, Suzaku, Kappa, Tanuki, and Kitsuna are all legendary creatures from Japanese folklore and mythology. Kurstuken and Nata getting 5 out of the 7 there. Jack, Ramsey, Tadaru, and Topper going for 4. Mizov, Claire, Kegler, Kolo getting 3. Subtly, Brand New Halo, David, and AB me pick, and Ali picking up 2. And Arun and Shapes going for the safe one. Unfortunately, Garrett wiping out that, yeah. Family friendly and massive. I've taken that tag off because it just isn't. Means I can occasionally drop an F-bomb and that's fine. Right, let's clear the board. Put your points in the bank. Mizov still with the lead, but Toot closing in, 78 to 75. A run now in third with 65. Family friendly text. Am I actually on the record as saying that? That, to be fair, that sounds like something I'd say. Final board for you in this round. Good luck. Take a look at this. Options are Reebok, Kappa, Puma, Adidas, New Balance, Asics, Umbro, Nike, Hummel. Identify the sportswear brands that have supplied kits to teams for their English Premier League winning seasons. I just realised Kappa's been in all 3. And Kappa was the right answer in the first 2 as well. The Blue Pine 1992 to 2022. Are you going to be summarily cancelled for this question? Is that the implication there, Blue Pine? I don't mind this question. It's good to have a bit of sport in from time to time. Right, 20 seconds. Most players have got at least one answer in. Aaron says, "What have I got for 5?" Well, we'll see what happens. 3. How many answers are right? Here come the ticks. Answer from everyone. The 5 was ill-advised, Arun. There were only 6 answers up there, but one of the 5 that you gave was incorrect. Only with all of the stats here. Oh, Mrs. Flush is texting me. What? Oh, come on, phone. She just sent me a video of the dog shagging her leg while she's trying to put her boots on. It's quite funny. So it's only saying New Balance was Liverpool in 1920 season, Umbro Blackburn 94-95, Adidas Chelsea 3 times since 2008, Puma Leicester City in 2014-15, and Man City in 2020-2022. Umbro and Nike have 10 and 12 respectively. Reebok, Kappa, and Hummel, I'm afraid, were all incorrect answers. Quite a lot of people going for Reebok there, 42.1%. Unfortunately, that was a wipeout. Well done to Nata finding 5 out of 6 there. That's going to be worth 25 points. Brand New Halo going for 4. Totley, Ramsey, Kegler, Kola going for 3. Ali, Kirstuken, Tadara, and Shapes going for 2. And Toot for the safe 1. That is the end of round 2. Let's reorder the board and check out the scores. Sorry, Fraser. Blackburn was Asics. Yeah. Typo, but there we go. Toot has taken the lead with 80 points. Mizov is in second with 78. It's Sotley in third with 75. Brand New Halo and Ramsey on 70. Arun 65 from such a strong start, slipping down to 6th place. I think that's 6th place, yes. Jack and Nat are both on 60. Kegler, Kolo on 58. Claire's got 55. Ali and Kirstuken and Tadaru all have 50. David's on 49. AB me 45. Top of 40. Shapes 39. And Garrett on 30. And we've got one more round to go, and it's the most interesting one of all, and it's still wide open because of how round 3 works. And remember, points equal pennies in this game. I need to look at the penny conversion system moving into Season 8 as well, because it's not quite... I want to find more ways to give out pennies as well as just the trivia. But for now, we're going to move on to round 3. Here are the rules. Round 3 is this or that. You will be presented with a question and 2 options. 1 is correct and 1 is incorrect. Submit A or B within 7 seconds. Yeah, I like this round as well, Claire. It's a good one. Such swings. You get such swings in this round. Answering a question correctly will give you increasingly more points. So the first one will give you 1, the next one will give you 2, the next one gives you 3, and so on and so on and so on. If you get me a question wrong, though, it reduces your score to 0 and it resets your correct answer streak. A bit like the weakest link in that way, except with a 50-50. If you abstain from the question, you bank your points, but you also reset your correct answer streak. So if you get the first 5 in a row, you've got 15 points in the bank, but then you don't know, you don't want to risk it, sit the question out. You can abstain, and you sit the question out, and those 15 go into the bank, but then you have to start rebuilding from 1. So we get some wild swings. With 15 questions in round 3, there's a theoretical maximum of 120 points available in this round if you can answer all 15 correctly. So it's still anybody's game, but we'll have to see what the swings do. 7 seconds goes by very, very quickly. So as ever, if you're a new player particularly, watch the chat when the question's in chat. The question is live. 7 seconds will go by very fast. A or B is all you need. If you don't answer 10 seconds before the question is shown, it will take you. Behave, Jack. Order! I don't think 1 and 2 do work, actually, Arun. I don't think this is the one I put it into because round 2's got 9 options and that was going to get confusing with numbers and letters. So I don't think 1 and 2 work. Feel free to test it, though. Right, here we go. Round 3, this or that. Question 1. Options are Cain, Abel. In the biblical book of Genesis, who murdered the other? Twas Cain. Cain murdered Abel because he was jealous of him because his dad, Adam, liked Abel's gift better. It doesn't really teach great family values, the book of Genesis, I'm not going to lie, but yes, the first murderer was Cain. He killed his brother Abel. Most people getting 1 point, a few people getting it wrong because you could not get an answer in time. I don't believe the Bible, as well as tennis. We'll club the Bible and tennis into the same section. Nice. Let's reset the podiums, put the points in the bank, nothing to go into the bank yet. Let's go on question number 2. This or that, A or B, options are Alexander Armstrong, Richard Osman. Who is the narrator of the CBeebies series Hey Dougie? It's Alexander Armstrong, who also hosts on Classic FM, normally when I'm driving back from the run in the morning. And he does this very strange thing where he will say some words very, very loud and then other words very, very quietly, because he's got quite a deep voice. It's very difficult to understand, and because he's so flamboyant in the way he talks. This is my Alexander Armstrong impression. He hosts a morning show on Classic FM, so half the time it's like, and that was conducted by. I can't understand. I have to turn the radio to like 45 to hear every word because yeah. Moneybags noises, yeah, quite. Alexander Armstrong is the answer, incidentally. Most people going green on there. Still got a lot of people on a maximum risk streak. Oh, Garrett putting a point into the bank. We'll have to start building up from 1. Let's put the points in the bank. And we'll go on to question number 3. This or that, A or B, options are north of the equator, south of the equator. Where does the Central African Republic lie? Good lord, you split the room worse than Brexit. It's north of the equator. Just. Despite being Central Africa. Let's have a look on this here map that I've got here. So the equator runs through Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Rwanda and Kenya. Central African Republic is just north of Rwanda. And is there a border there? Yes, there's a border for Congo and Cameroon. It doesn't straddle it. It is just above the equator. Not a lot, but a little bit. Colo, Topper, and Ali getting that one right. Colo and Topper now the only players on a maximum risk streak of 6. Yeah, it's north of the equator, Nato. Who would have thought? After talking about Alexander Armstrong and Richard Osman, yes, indeed. Because he's very tall. No, that might not be the joke, but I'm making that joke. Toot, Mizov, Aaron, David, Claire, and Kirstu can put some points into the bank. Let's put them there now as we move on to question number 4. Toot with the lead, this or that. A or B, options are Atlanta, Los Angeles. Which of these cities hosted the Summer Olympic Games earlier? Sorry, Scoy, CAI used to be a consistently run. Oh, I see. Ah, right. I thought it was just because Richard Osman was tall and therefore he's north of the equator. Yeah, it didn't really work on thinking it through. Los Angeles is the right answer. Los Angeles hosted in 1932. Atlanta did not host until 1996. Ali, now the only player with the maximum risk streak of 6. Colo putting 6 points of risk into the bank. Let's put that there now. Take him up to 64 and 7th place. Took with the lead on 83, 1 potential point there. Mizov in second with 81, and it's Otley in third with 75. Let's go on to question number 5. This or that, A or B, options are Rose period, Blue period. Which of these periods of Pablo Picasso's art came earlier? It was the Blue period. The Blue period between 1901 and 1904 was followed by the Rose period between 1904 and 1906. And Ali is calling it quits there with 6 points of risk. Going to add that into the bank. So no one on the maximum risk streak anymore. In fact, no one was anyway, actually, after Colo put it in thinking about it. But plenty of players still on 3. Let's put the points into the bank. My Blue period was doing face-off earlier. But also Toot with the risk lead of 3 and also the bank lead currently on 83. But again, swings in this game can be crackers. Whoever is following along with this, I think it might be Oni. Yeah, it is. Thank you very much, because you're highlighting the question that I'm on. Only obviously the proof, which is why he's not playing, but he's also on the same Google sheet as me, highlighting the questions as we go down, so I can just glance up at my notes here and see where we're at, which is very helpful. Let's go on. Question number 6. This or that, A or B, options are Charles Kennedy, Paddy Ashdown. Which of these politicians led the UK's Liberal Democrats earlier? I know this one. Only because I wrote about it in the Hive a couple of weeks ago. It's Paddy Ashdown. It's 80s, so 88, I think. Yeah, Paddy Ashdown elected leader in 1988. Charles Kennedy followed him in 1999. Tadaro putting 3 in the bank. David and Kirstukan putting 1 each in. A few wrong answers in there and wipeouts happening. We've got a maximum streak of 6 at the moment for Toot, Halo, Jack and Shapes. Let's put the points in the bank. Paddy Ashdown isn't dead, is he? I know Charles Kennedy died about 10 years ago. Has Paddy Ashdown died? Did Paddy Ashdown die? Oh god, yeah, he died in 2018. I must have missed that. Was Charles Kennedy about 10 years ago? Was it about 10 years ago? 2015. How did I miss Paddy Ashdown? I thought he was on the last election coverage. Didn't he promise to eat a hat if the exit poll was right? God, was that 2010 or 2015? I don't even know. But yeah, indeed, RIP. That was 2016. Was there an election in 2016? That was Brexit in 2016. 2015 election. God, all the elections merged into one. We need another election. We haven't had an election for like 2 years or 3 years. Got used to going to the polls every year from 2015 or 2015, 16, 17, 19. It's like, we need an election. More election. Absolutely topper. Right, let's move on to the next question because I'm getting distracted talking about politics again. Moving on to question number 7. This or that, A or B options are David Soul, David Essex. Gonna Make You a Star was a hit single for whom? A few people banking out on this one. Toot, Jack, Mizov, Colo and Kegler all putting points into the bank. Jack and Toot putting in 6. It's going to be quite nice for them. Shapes and Brand New Halo now with the risk lead of 10 points each. Brand New Halo with 70 in the bank as well. That is going to be one to watch because that could make all the difference. Splitting the room right here, 36.8% going for each. The answer is David Essex. Gonna Make You a Star was a hit for David Essex. Or see, David. That would be so shit, it's totally. Imagine if David Davis cut a single. God, that would just be the worst. Let's put the points in the bank. And we will go on. Toot still with the lead of 89. Mizov still in second with 82. It's Otley in third with 75. But Brand New Halo, 10 points of risk and 70 in the bank. Remember, Halo's risk is going to go up much, much faster than everybody else's. Couple more answers, and Halo's going to have enough for a theoretical lead, a potential lead is what we call it in this game, but potential energy. For now, though, getting to the halfway point. Question number 8, this or that, A or B, options are Canada Day, Independence Day, USA, which takes place earlier in the calendar year. Appropriate, given it was yesterday. Happy Independence Day, by the way, to all our American friends. For yesterday. It's Canada Day. It's July the 1st. Independence Day is July the 4th. Good morning. In around about an hour, nations from here will join others from around the world. And I love Independence Day so much. I need to watch that film again. Claire putting 6 points of risk into the bank. Brand new Halo wiping out. Oh, throwing away that risk lead. That could be costly. Topper now with a risk lead of 10. Only 40 in the bank, but still time to make it up with 7 questions to go. Let's put the points into the bank. The answer is Canada Day. Took still with the lead, 89. Mizov at 82. It's Sotley on 75. Not much else going on with the risk points at the moment till we get down to Topper on 10 points of risk. Could be a surprise comeback from behind if Topper keeps going like this. For now, let's go on to question number 9. This or that, A or B. Options are methane, ethane. So these hydrocarbon molecules contains more atoms. So it's certainly right in the "Are you smarter than a 12-year-old" question earlier on, and then getting a high school chemistry question wrong. The answer is ethane. Ethane has got methane. Ethane contains 6 hydrogens and 2 carbons, whereas methane contains 4 hydrogens and 1 carbon. Plenty of people getting that one right, but the maximum risk is once again 3 C2H6. Thank you very much, Ramsey. David, Tadaro, and Kirstuken all putting points in the bank. Everyone else, unfortunately, wiping out or already having no points there. Feel their alphabetical order. Yeah, I don't think science quite works like that, although it would make a lot of sense. Let's put the points into the bank. Toot retaining the lead, 89. Mizov still in second with 82. Both have still got risk behind it. Sotley 75. Ramsey now encroaching 70 points, 3 points of risk. Could be a danger to Mizov and 2 if they get one wrong. For now, we're going to go on to question number 10. This or that, A or B. Options are Belgium, Switzerland. Lindt is a chocolatier based in which country? Toot calling it quits there, putting in 3 points into the bank. Quick's answer was Switzerland. Switzerland is a Swiss chocolate, not a Belgian one. Jack, Colo, and Nato wiping out. Toot putting points in the bank. Mizov, Ramsey, and Arun now have the risk lead of 6. Let's put the points in the bank. 5 questions left. Toot with the lead. But Mizov now is going to be one to watch. 82 in the bank, 6 points of risk. One more correct answer from Mizov would put them up to 10 points of risk and theoretically tied with Toot. But of course, it's all about when you bank in this game. Ramsey as well, keep an eye there. 70 points in the bank, 6 points of risk. And likewise, a run, 68 in the bank, 6 points of risk. Let's go on to question number 11. This or that, A or B. Options are Tokyo, Kyoto. The Yamanote line is a circular railway line in which city? Mizov calling it quits there, putting 6 in the bank. Claire putting in 3. David putting in 1. Ramsey has a risk lead of 10. Now this is getting very, very interesting because Ramsey has a theoretical score of 80. 70 in the bank plus 10 at risk, and that is only going to get up to 85 and then 91 across the next 2 questions if Ramsey can get right answers in. The answer is Tokyo. The Yamanote line is a circular line in Tokyo, not Kyoto. Let's put those points into the bank. Toot hanging on to his lead for now, but there is so much encroachment going on behind him that he's going to be keeping an eye over his shoulder. It's Sotley, 75 in the bank, 3 points of risk. Ramsey, 70 in the bank, 10 points of risk. Let's find out what happens as we go to question number 12. This or that, A or B. Options are East Egg, West Egg. In The Great Gatsby, where does Nick Carraway move to? Ramsey knows, and he's up to 15 points of risk, a theoretical score of 85, which is a theoretical 3rd place if you were to bank right now. Not taking into account any other risk that is in the game. West Egg is the correct answer. I've never read The Great Gatsby. I feel like I probably should at some point. Nothing to bank there because everyone either got it wrong or went green. So let's move on to question number 13. 3 more questions left tonight. Toot still with the lead on 92. Mizov in second with 88. It's Sotley in third on 75. But Ramsey with that wild card to play. This could take him up to 21 points of risk and 91 theoretical score. Proogs, hello. Welcome to the stream. From Brecon, Wales this time. Join you all again soon. I hope so, Proogs. Great to see you. I hope you're having a great time in Wales. Lovely to have you. Let's go on. Question number 13. This or that, A or B options are Lynx, Game Gear, Which of these portable consoles was released by Atari? Ramsey not wasting any time. Toot, Mizov and Isotley also getting that one right. They're the top three at the moment in terms of banked score. Arun putting a single point in the bank. Everyone else getting it right. The answer was Lynx. Lynx, not the Game Gear. The Game Gear was, I believe, Sega. Let's put Aaron's 1 point into the bank. Aaron's on 69. I need a nice button. I was sending my what a shame button. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and then I keep not doing it. So, this is really interesting because we have got 2 questions left. Toot is technically in the lead with 92, but if Toot gets a wrong answer, Mizov would, on a bank, would go up to 91. It certainly would go up to 85. Ramsey would go up to 91. So Ramsey is going to need to get the next 2 questions right to guarantee that they can overtake Toot, because the maximum Toot can get now is 15, whereas Ramsey could potentially get as high as 36, I think. I think it's how the numbers work, which would give him 106, and Toot would get 100. Oh, Toot would get 107. So if both Ramsey and Toot get it right, I think Toot wins by a point. But Toot and Ramsey both got to get them both right. This is it's too close to call at this stage. Too close to call. Let's go on to question number 14. This or that, A or B. Options are B and M, B and Q. Which British retailer's website can be found at DIY.com? Ramsey's gone the right way, taking him up to 28. He's now on 98. Ramsey is now 4 points behind. Ramsey's theoretical high score is now 4 points behind Toot's theoretical high score. Toot can get 5. Ramsey can get 8. So that'd be 36, so that'd be 106 versus 107. So if Toot and Ramsey both get this one right, Toot wins by a point. If Toot gets it wrong or abstains and Ramsey gets it right, it's Ramsey's game. Let's not take away from other things that are going on here. Colo on 65 with 10. It's Sotley on 75 with 15 at risk here. It Sotley could still get up to 96, I think, if my maths is right. Please be Yorkshire football, thank you. Whereas by Lupine, could happen. Meanwhile, Tadaru putting 10 in the bank. Mizov and Kegler putting 3 in the bank. Arun wanting to keep 69, I think. Let's put the points in the bank. Toot still with the bank lead. Mizov has banked there on 91. Best can hope for is a second place, and that's assuming nothing else happens. Good luck to you all. Question number 15. This or that, A or B. Options are the world's tallest roller coaster, the world's fastest roller coaster. Formula Rossa in Abu Dhabi holds which world record? Ramsey and Toot are both sitting it out. They don't know the correct answer. The world's fastest roller coaster. King the Car at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey is the world's tallest roller coaster, 456 feet maximum height. Formula Rossa at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi reaches speeds upwards of 149 miles an hour. But I tell you what, Ramsey would have guessed wrong. That was a very, very close finish. That could have gone in a number of different ways. But at the end of it all, after 15 questions, let's put the final points into the bank and check out the final scores. It is now cut that out, who has won it by a nose, just breaking into 3 figures with 102 there. Ramsey, a very, very valiant second place and silver medal with 98. And first time appearance for Mizov here, getting the bronze medal, 92. Mizov, welcome to our family. Your first appearance, as far as I can recall, on stream, and you've picked up a bronze medal. That will appear in the medal cabinet over at the website, which you can... no, that's not how to do it, apparently. Persephonechair.com/pennies is where you can check your medal cabinet and your current season ranking and scores and overall stuff. So welcome on in, Mizov. It's been great having you here. I hope you've had fun and do come back another time. Very well done to our top 3 there. And commendable appearances there for it. Sotley finishing on 90, Colo on 80, Claire on 75. And well done to everyone else who's banked out some points there. Remember, points equal pennies in this game. Pair of pure guesses that last two together. Absolutely satisfied. Lovely stuff. And yeah, there were a couple of UK specific ones in there. We do try and have a sort of global outreach, if you will, because we have got a sort of international question writers pool, because it's all community driven. It's all written by members of the community here. And Jack and Arun both finishing on 69. Have 2 honks. But yeah, we try and get it broad, but occasionally it is largely Brit-centric, so occasionally we do get a few Brit-centric questions. We're going to beat the bee to end the night. That'll be fun. Well, I'll roll the credits, because otherwise I'll have to do it on this window because I've disabled the external cam. So I will do beat the bee for the end of the night. See if I can do it. I've got my cube there. Beat the bee, incidentally, for anyone who's new, is where it's see if I can solve a Rubik's Cube in the time it takes for Rinsey Course Cost Flight and the Bumblebee to play. And we're going to do that at the end of the night. Maybe we'll do some pennies. Yeah, that could be my thing. That's going to be a thing for Season 8, because Ash has his wheel spin for pennies. We could do micro penny gambling for more pennies, or for more micro pennies, which of course you can cash in for real pennies. That's going to be the thing. Well done, Samster, you've invented a thing. So, points equal pennies in this game. I'm going to add those to the database, and then we're going to do Beat the Bee to finish it off. So please do stick around for Beat the Bee. More pennies coming your way. I'm going to roll credits, so for now. Well done to all our winners. If I go back to game with Cam, turn the flush cam back on. Oh no, I can't. I can't turn the flush cam back on yet. Points being added to the database. Oh, hello, a great big noise. Bizarre, thank you for that follow, and I hope I'm saying your name right as well. Let's give you a risky bonus, and yes, this one is forced, but got to be done. Risky 69 if you want to get 10 free pennies. And remember, pennies all go into the prize draw at the end of season, which will be a week on Saturday. That has been risky business. Thank you very much indeed to Lupine for writing that, and to Oni for proofing a lovely pack right there. I didn't give enough credits because I was rushing on to get to this bit here. Yeah, lovely pack there. Really, really good fun, and a lot of variety in there. So thank you very much to Lupine for that question pack. And yeah, good fun. Good fun was had by you. Nice way to end the stream, but not quite end the stream because I've got to do continuity, and we've also got to beat the bee. Yeah, so beat the bee. I'll let you wager your micro pennies. Samson has redeemed beat the bee, and I will tick that off. But in future, I think this might be the end of stream thing. Like Ash has got his wheel. This is going to be my thing. Bet your micro pennies. Will I beat the bee today? You can bet as many micro pennies as you like, and your micro pennies can be used to be converted into real pennies, which are then put into the prize draw, and they're basically raffle tickets. So if you have 1,000 pennies at the end of the season, you get 1,000 raffle tickets. Normally means I end up with about 40,000 raffle tickets in the draw. But thank you very much, Score, for setting that one up. Get your predictions in. Will I beat the bee? That is the question. I've moved that into there so I can close Risky Business down now. And we'll do it live for everybody. Look at the face. What's going on with this? What's going on with this prediction chart at the moment? I can't see it. One monitor's not wide enough. Let's go to that one. Wow. Okay, we're running out of time, and the final predictions are in somewhere. It's gone. Do they go? Does it display anywhere? Should I go? Should I be in moderator view? Am I? I think I am in moderator view. What was the result of the poll? Sam's Score? Has everyone got faith in me? All right. Well, I'll stop that bonus right there and add your risky pennies on. That's another thing I need to do is change the penny value that turns up to the pennies you get. So rather than getting 10 pennies every time, if it says risky 69, you get 69 pennies. That'd be fun. Need to do that. Need to make beat the bee a thing at the end of the night. 32-68 to lose. So 68% think I will lose. But the against bets more. Okay, so 6 for, 6 against, but the against bets more. So more people think I will lose. I hope I'm not about to lose you all a load of micro pennies. Let's see if we can find Flight the Bumblebee. I think it's in my downloads folder. Same number of people. So 6 people have gone either way. Okay. Is it downloads? Where is Beat the Bee? Bee. No, it's desktop, isn't it? Desktop. Misc Unsorted Desktop. Bumblebee, there it is. No, I haven't started yet, VLC. Chill your tits. Right. I play a double if I play all I can. Something like that. But that's not going to be a thing. Right, here we go. Time to beat the bee. Can I beat the Rubik's Cube in 1 minute and 18 seconds, which is the duration of this particular recording of Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov. If you want to play along at home, if you're a QB yourself and you want to play along, then you're very welcome to do that. May the odds be ever in your favour. Good luck. Let's play. Well, that was a good start. And incidentally, I'm always trying to win. I consider it a moment of personal pride. So I'm not deliberately going to throw, but it is about my average is around about the 120 mark. So some days are good, some days are bad. Right, we're ahead of schedule, which is a good start. Oh, bollocks, that's... Okay, we're way ahead of schedule at the moment. Now, let's not screw up these final angles. Oh, we've got RNG on our side. Thank you for the follow. Oh, bollocks. Right. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! 104, and I was going slow there. Oh, ye of little faith. More pennies for you if you did go in favour of Ben beating the bee there. Yes, he did indeed do it. So that's going to be an end of stream every night. I'll have to find different recordings of Flight of the Bumblebee at different lengths. Thank you, Kirstuken. And Dogfish immediately cashing in 500 pennies there. I will pay those out immediately for. Hello, Polkadots, welcome to the stream. Dogfish 44, 500 pennies. There you go. So yes, you can use your micro pennies to cash in for real pennies, which are the things that go into the raffle. Yeah, that's going to be a fun thing. Do it to a different song next time. Well, like Bohemian Rhapsody. I'll probably win against that one. No, there aren't many pieces that are about a minute and 20 long. So suffer by napalm death. Yes. But I was big. I was taking my time because I didn't want to screw it up because I got good RNG, to be fair. When I say good RNG on a Rubik's Cube, it just means that some of the things have lined up so I don't have to do. There was a whole algorithm I got to skip there, which was really nice. Solved one off screen and swapped it. Yeah. Plus 31,530. Nice. So yeah, Dogfish cashing in some pennies there. Thank God it's Friday by Katy Perry. Katy Perry. Yeah, point of pride. Well, I like to solve it. I don't like to not solve it. So, how'd you reset a Rubik's Cube? You just shuffle it, basically. Fire in the flames at 3 times speed. Well, I'm open to suggestions. We'll try some things out moving forward. Anyway, that is going to be the end of stream for tonight. It is 5 to 11, so a little bit late, but not too bad. What have we got coming up? Well, Bash is on his season finale week, so go give him a follow. It's all numbers all week. Grandmaster Studios, hello. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for the end, but lovely to have you. Thank you very much for that follow as well. Good to see you. I said Grandmaster Studios. It doesn't say that. It says Grandma Studios, but welcome Grandma Studios all the same. Great to see you. So yeah, Bash has got a season finale this week. It's 1 versus 100 and something else. It's to do it 15 to 1, is it? I know it's 2 number streams, 2 number related games. 15 to 1 tomorrow and 1 versus 100 on Friday with Bash. So do go give him a follow. Doing lots more interactive quizzing stuff. Also, Topper, our friend Topper, is going to be here on Sunday. Is it Moneybags? No, it's Checklist and Elimination this coming Sunday. Written by Adam and by Topper as well. So Checklist and Elimination is coming Sunday with Topper. As for me, I'm running out of episodes. We've got 6 more streams, and that includes tonight. 5 more streams. Well, 4 more streams before the finale. So, what's going on here? Thursday, we've got Twitch Plays Wordle to kick us off. We've got The Pyramid by me, which I need to write tomorrow. We've got Red Herrings by Sam. Haven't seen Red Herrings for a little while, so that'll be fun. Sam's Acidic, our friend from Down Under. And we've also got the 20th and final Face Off Heat. That is going to be one not to miss. You know what the stakes are. We went through them earlier on, or Panda did. So, yeah, definitely be here for that on Thursday from 8 p.m. BST. Wordle, Pyramid, Red Herrings, Face Off. Might be a little bit late, sort of 10 o'clock-ish. So late for a Thursday. Then on Saturday, Face Off, I don't know what's going to be happening. It depends on players who get through for the playoffs, but I have tentatively got some Face Off down. But definitely on Saturday, Number Wang, The Escape Artist, Data Leak, maybe Face Off, and possibly preview episode of Bridge Game. I want to do a preview before the end of season because the pilot is going to be the season opening of season 8. So season 8 opening is going to feature the new Bridge Game. And that's going to be the pilot episode, though, which is the last one where one makes all the first official showing. So I want a preview one, which will be a proper game. But the reason for this is because it's going to be a sort of a pseudo-tournament game in Season 8. So there's going to be 4 episodes and then 1 final. So we need to make sure it's working. So 2 airings with public feedback would be really good. So that is, I'm aiming, well, to be honest, stretch goal is Thursday. If I'm being honest, I think that's probably ambitious at this stage, but hopefully Saturday we'll get a preview of Bridge Game. So Number Wang, Escape Artist, Data Leak, Escape Artist by Topper, Data Leak by Dogfish, Bridge Game will be by me if it features, and maybe Face Off Playoffs as well. That could be a late night stream, but there'll be potentially a new game there. Keep your eye on the server, and as ever, do come and join the server right there, because that's where the latest information will be. If it's not there, Bridge Game, then it will be the following Tuesday. So next week, if you're only here on a Tuesday, we've got Plinko and Moneybox. Is that all? Is that what we've got next Tuesday? That sounds unusual. Let me have a look. That can't be right. No, we haven't got Plinko and Moneybox. I think my calendar's copied over incorrectly. Oh no, I'm looking at Thursday. Tuesday, Hacker by Lupine. Google that, staff game of Google that. So members of the moderation team, the proofing team, prolific question writers, and general people who do a lot of stuff behind the scenes will be gathering for the staff game of Google That, and that's been written by Psychospace. That's next Tuesday, not the season finale. And we've also got The Purge by Oni. That will be a good game. I need to proof that at some point in the next week. Plinko and Moneybox is on Thursday. At some point on the Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, we'll have 2 face-off playoffs as well, and on one of those we'll have Bridge Game. It won't be in the finale, but it'll be on one of those next 3. And then the finale, which is going to be Saturday week, is going to feature the last streamed version of Only Connect, because now we have the daily version. The stream version is going away, but the last version of it on stream from Quizzle. We've got The Hive by Lewis, the grand final of Face Off, the penny prize draw, and to cap off the season, it's Danger Zone from me. So that is what we've got over the next 5 streams. So much going on, lots of Face Off, resolving the back end of the tournament. There'll be a new game, a preview, not a pilot. The pilot's coming in season 8, but the preview of the new game, codename Bridge Game, and all sorts of things going on. So it's going to be very exciting. Beat the Bee is going to be a feature. That's a new idea. Thank you to Samster for that. And yeah, we'll see what happens as we move forward from there. It's been a great night tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you once again to our question writers, to Sotley for writing The Abyss, to Lupine for writing Risky Business, and to Oni for proofing it as well. It's been great having you here. Thank you to all our new followers, everyone who's come to join us, and to all our medal winners and winners of games. Congratulations. I will be back on Thursday for heat number 20 of Face Off, which is definitely not going to be one to miss, along with Wordle, The Pyramid, and Red Herrings. Until then, go and check out Ash tomorrow, and Topper, of course, on Sunday. And until next time, I have been Royal Flush. You have been watching Game Night. And is there anyone to raid before I wrap up? There is not, so I will continue what I was doing. I have been Royal Flush. You have been watching Game Night. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Peace out, and good night.